Welcome to day 2 of the 2025 ProFlex Manx Rally. It is the second round of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. If you've been tuned in with Phil Brammill over for the Pirelli Welsh Rally Championship this morning over in Carlisle, you will know that it is incredibly dusty over there. It's just as dry and arid here on the Isle of Man, which is meant for lovely holiday weather for the last couple of days. But we haven't got the dust to contend with like Phil and Jamie Ganley have over in Kielder, so fair play, boys, doing a good job, because that dust is worse than rain, and there's not many things that are worse than rain when you're trying to cover a rally. So we're due the cars here at the end of Dog Mills. We've got a camera in the stage. We've also got the live on board from Neil Roskell and Rob Fagg, which you will see in a moment on your screen. You will be joining us today on our specialstage.tv YouTube stream, because for some reason Facebook isn't playing ball this morning, but there is a link on there. Gary Jennings then leads the way overnight, Rory Kennedy alongside. And after the 11th stage, they've got a hell of a lead. It's almost a minute now, but they were only third fastest through the opening stage this morning, interestingly. Sam Toozle, Max Freeman, who are currently in second place, are on a big charge. And what did we say yesterday? Of all the crews out there, Sam wants a Manx victory to his name. Neil Roskell, Rob Fagg behind. But it was Carl McCarthy and Eric Kellnan who came on strong as well. The Irishman registered for championship points here in the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. Second fastest through this morning's stage. 5th overall. Quite an Irish contingent in the top 5 here on the Manx Rally. 20 years since Gary Jennings last did the Manx, when it was the international driver for Mitsubishi, but he hasn't lost any of his ability to sling that car around these lanes, albeit it is a very different car these days. Different times, but the lanes are still the same. One of the best places in the world to go rallying. You heard that from the drivers. You'll hear that from anybody who's been here this weekend, and you won't hear any different from any of our crew either. We will bring you reaction from our crews at the end of this 12th stage this morning, second one of today, and then we will be in the Baldwins later on for the final stage, stage 18 of the rally. Get me to Brandywell Cottage, I said on Facebook this morning, and we'll have action from in the stage as our crews complete this grueling almost 120 mile blast around the Manx lanes. 18 stages, 2 days. Glorious sunshine, which is great for us, but it's hard work in those cars. But the attrition rate not quite as high as we've seen on other events here on the Isle of Man. So things going well so far, despite the cancellation of those last 2 stages last night. A little bit of drama, wasn't there, to end the second leg of action last night. Here we go then. We'll get on the right side of the car this time, shall we? A chicane to end the stage into the stop line. "20 years since you were last here, you've lost none of it. How was that?"
Yeah, we pulled back a wee bit. We raised the car up in service just to protect the car, you know, and
Yep.
It's not nice in the real fast stuff there, but I'm thinking about this long stage. I want to protect the car over the bad bumps, so yeah, we have the compromise in there.
Third fastest to start the day. Obviously, we don't know what you've done through there, but it's about managing that lead now.
Yeah, we don't have to be do anything special today. I think the damage was done last night. We just have to set our heads and drive through.
See you on the next one.
Thank you.
Just backing it off to save the car. He's an old hand at this stuff. He knows how to manage a rally, and that's what he's got to do now. I'll have the times, which you can get as well if you go to rallies.info. Jason Pritchard, Phil Clark then a 4:21 through here, just under 2 seconds slower from Jennings. Pritchard really coming on strong, was third place overnight, but Roskell and Fagg have come out the blocks fighting. Roskell said to me this morning He's having it today. He's just going to drive that car. He's going to drive his rally. He's going to ignore everything else around him and just get through the stages. But what's this man's approach? Well, you came on strong overnight. Not the quickest of starts for you this morning, but that was good.
Yeah, no, cold this morning. We had an overshoot at the first proper hard braking, and I came to a full stop and then went going again. So, yeah, just lost the rhythm then, and then obviously the narrow bit at the end, it's just lost the flow.
We looked at the times last night, and we looked at each other and said, he's comfortable in that Yaris.
Yeah, just finding the limits. Hence this morning we had a bit of an overshoot, as I say, and it's all learning, and yeah, the odd mistake's going to happen.
There we go, long way to go still. But Jason Pritchard and Phil Clark are comfortable in that North Road garage, Yaris, coming thick and fast through this morning. I said yesterday, this man's not just here for championship points, he's got his eye on that overall rally, and you are pushing, aren't you?
We are pushing on today, yeah. Me and Max, brilliant team today, having a good crack. We just said reset, let's go again. I really struggled last night, going through them stages in the dark. Never really driven them at pace, didn't really know where I was going, so to get through there in the dark, I was happy. So today we reset, recalculated, and here for a good time.
Some good stages today.
Hello everybody, hello Amelia. Have a good day.
You too. A blow of a kiss to Amelia and no doubt the rest of the support back home. Tuzal fourth fastest through there at the moment, having a big push this morning though. And here comes the man who has said it from the start, he's here to fight for a championship. Neil, you said to me this morning you're going to block everything else out around you and just drive this rally now.
Yeah, I just can't find this feeling. It's just not there, and I just did a tweak then before we start, and I'm not committing. I'm just not committing. My braking's wrong, everything. So, yeah, I just got to reboot. I just got to find this feeling, and it's not there.
You took time out of Tuzal through there, though, crucially.
Well, I'll do. Well, yeah, no, I said to him there's 5-8 seconds in there that I could have took, and I haven't. But, and it's not pressure. I'm just not. I've not got that feeling, but you know, I need to man up a bit.
That's where your fight is, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like I'm fighting myself, aren't I? You know what I'm like. I'm not too. Yeah, I'm gonna go and do it. Just do my own thing, and we'll see what happens at the end of the day. But it's brilliant.
Good stuff. Still enjoying himself. He doesn't necessarily feel like it went as well as it could have done, but the times say otherwise, taking over a second out of Sam Tuzal through there. Cal, you happy with that?
Yeah, we had a few scares in there. It was quite slippy. Yeah. Locked up a few times, but yeah.
Third fastest in there though, 4:22.8 is good.
Enough, yeah.
Good stages today, enjoy them.
Yeah, hopefully.
Carl McCarthy, Eric Calnan. Chris, you were trying to tell me something there. I can't do sign language.
I was to tell you we've got dramatic battle on for the podium places here. Sam Tuzal now holds on to second, just 1 second up on Jason Pritchard, and then it's only another 1.8 seconds back to Neil Roskell. There's 2.8 seconds between second and fourth.
We knew this was going to be a battle royale. I used that term before the rally weekend. That's the voice of Chris Boyd, local broadcaster and man who knows a lot about rallying on this island. How good has this been in terms of, where does it rank in your Manx rallies?
No, this is tremendous. I mean, Gary's come over having won the Sperrins last weekend. He only put the entry in on Monday, and suddenly last night he just shot ahead, but the battle behind him is fascinating.
Hugh, you've got some good pace out there. You've got some good pace out there. Yesterday, last night, you seemed confident. The times look good. Are you guys comfortable in here, back together again?
Yeah, it's really nice. It's like putting on an old pair of slippers, to be honest. So, no, everything's good. We're indifferent on the first run. That was just a really enjoyable stage. It's great.
We can tell.
Manx lanes can't beat them.
And Andy, you've been called worse. Andy is like putting on an old pair of slippers. It is really lovely to see Hugh and Andy back together again. Classic scenes. And do you know what? They were third fastest through there. That third fastest time seems to be the delta time in the middle. They're all jumping into that third fastest spot. 4:22.7 from Hugh. That is a fast time. Jennings still the man to beat with a 4:19.2. But, I mean, that's a man who openly said to us he's managing his rally and just backing it off to save the car. And who would doubt that, given the pace that we've seen from the Irishman this weekend, as Chris says. last minute entry. But here he is. And this man, 1, 2, 1. Fifth fastest through there. Happy with your morning so far?
Yeah, we are. We're keeping it nice and neat. I've got to say though, this car is capable of so much more. So it's just learning the car. I just said to Will then that we're so fast through that stage, but there's more. So we've just got to find it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you will. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins, fifth fastest through there. 4:22.9. The car so much more capable than what he has got to throw at it, but he's learning the car and getting quicker. And we have seen from Mark before, sometimes he can find that pace a little too soon and just trip over his own feet and end up on the wrong list at the end of the weekend. He's trying not to do that, of course, this weekend. Gareth, it's a big fight today and it is close in that leaderboard.
Aye, we're trying not really to look at it too much, you know, but we're just trying to focus on ourselves probably all weekend, but that was a wee bit better in there, so hopefully we can keep going from that.
Far a bit for me to crash over your approach, but I'll talk about the times once I've shut Gareth's door. A 4:24.8 from Gareth Mimner, sixth fastest through there. Gary Jennings now with a 59.6 second lead. Just 1 second. Pritchard is behind Sam Toozle. Sam hanging on there, but the battle is definitely on, isn't it? David, what have you got for us this morning?
That first one was a bit nadgy and horrible, but yeah, a bit more flowing in there. It felt okay, but not sure what the time was.
It's a big day, big stages out there today. Do you want to know the time?
Yeah, just yeah, you can do. Yeah, yeah, we just got to keep it going. We lost a lot of time yesterday.
Second fastest through there, a 4:20 from you guys, not far of a second behind Jennings. Well done. A bit tight and nudgery through the first one, but enjoyed that second stage, and you can tell he enjoyed that second stage because he's second fastest through there. That is some time, 0.8 of a second slower than Gary Jennings and Rory Kennedy. I don't know a man in rallying who wouldn't mind being less than a second behind Gary Jennings. David Wright, Jane Nichol have been on the pace from the start. Had a good day yesterday. Leg 2 went well for them last night. And we just saw them as well, Hugh Hunter, Andy Marchbank, another pair who have really got on the pace right from the start. What has Aaron managed to do through there? Aaron, he was terrified I was going to come and speak to him then, wasn't he? 4:26 through there.
We're not as good on the committed stuff.
You need bravery through that one.
You do, surely, and I don't got a lot of that.
It's a day for bravery, though. Some big stages today.
There is, but what is that like for the rest of them? 6, not too bad. We'll take that off Gary Jennings.
You guys look like you're enjoying your Manx adventure.
No, we are indeed. Well, we always enjoy it. If we're going hard or slow, we enjoy it the whole time.
We're enjoying having you here. Cheers. Aaron McLaughlin. Darren Curran alongside. 9th fastest through that stage, a 4:26.1. I'm fairly happy with that. I think it was fair to say, wasn't he? What has Ryan got for us? Ryan, is the time good enough for the top 10 through that stage? Struggling a bit this morning?
Hey, just struggling a wee bit of confidence all weekend, you know, and I'm not going to force it and do something stupid. So, hey, it's just all about building it over the weekend again, and I would say definitely. I felt in there, if anything, you're going around every corner and think, dab the brake there, shouldn't have dabbed the brake, but hey, it'll come.
I suppose they do say that if you can see where you're losing the time, that's half the battle.
You can, yeah. So I'm looking forward to doing the big stage. We'll get through this next one then, looking forward to it.
How good is it to have the Irish guys over here fighting with our local Manx crews and our Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship crews. I said Battle Royale a few times on the build-up to this weekend, and it has delivered. Marty, happy?
Aye, not too bad. Hey, The heart's just not in it. Hey, I lost a minute and a half yesterday, I burst the brake pipe, but I say, I'm not just carrying the same speed now, but...
9 fastest though, you creeping back up.
Aye, not too bad, yeah.
Good stuff. Just look at that car, what a glorious machine. Obviously that damage last night from the incident on the road section when a member of the public ran into the back of the Proton. Knocked the wind out of their sails a little bit into the last 2 stages. But a 9th fastest time through this Dogmill stage, the 2nd of today, the 12th of the rally overall. To remind you, 18 stages, 118 stage miles competitive here on some of the most famous rally roads in the world. Steve Wood just struggling a little bit on that location that we've got there, as you saw. He'll be a bit frustrated with himself. Bit of frustration creeping in there, Steve.
Yeah. It's just one of those rallies, you know?
Yeah.
That's how it is, yeah.
So big fight back today, yeah?
I don't know. Just get home with no damage, I think, and then get a bit of seat time.
Yeah, okay. Former champion in this series, Steve Wood. Kenny Hull alongside. It's a partnership that has won a championship here in the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship before now. But he hasn't quite managed to gel with these roads this weekend. You can see the frustration a little bit at the end there, couldn't you? And having to shunt at the hairpin, perhaps a sign of just a bit of a lack of confidence. These are brave stages. They will favour those who are willing to push. And they'll favour those with a little bit of local knowledge as well. Gary Jennings, still very much the man to beat. But what has Brad Cole done through here? Looking good, 4:33 through there. Brave stages, huh?
Yeah, I was a bit hesitant in there, really. Lost a lot of time, I think. Can't really get into it this morning. If we could go back to last night in the dark, that'd be better for me, really, but hey, we'll keep going.
We can forgive a bit of hesitance on stages like these, but what are you going to do for the rest of the day? Are you just going to feel your way in, or are you going to actually just get your mindset sorted, reset and go?
Yeah, I need to reset now. I need to do it before service, really. I was just wasting time here, so yeah. We'll reset and we'll go this afternoon.
Frustration from Brad Cole, Jamie Vaughan, but he has to remember, as do we, he is learning that car, and I can't say enough how scary these stages are, especially when you're pushing as high as these guys are. Roger, you happy?
Yeah, I think we might have a bit of an engine problem, so I'm not sure how much further we're going to be going.
Well, it's not a bad time considering that. Just nip there in front.
Not affected us in the stage, but I've got high water temperature now.
Well, there you go. Just stay on the dashboard. Temperature high on the engine. 3 seconds out of Brad through there. Just over 6 seconds ahead of Steve Wood, Kenny Hull through this second stage of the day. Fair few crews working hard overnight to get the cars sorted. Not least Ian Clare in the Wolseley Hornet, which I put a video up on Facebook this morning. Heading away across the island to try and get some parts. The lower pulley broke on the engine, causing the keyway damage. So a frantic service area this morning. Here we go, Gordon.
Oh,
You're going to tell me. You're going to tell me there's still no fight today.
We'll have a fight today. Aye. We'll have a fight.
That was scary quick through there.
That was a bit quick through there, aye. Fair woke you up though.
That's what you need.
So
you've got to manage that lead now.
Well, I hope so. I hope so. I don't know where we are. I'm not looking at times till we're finished.
Okay. Well, I won't do that to you either.
Good luck.
I might not do it for Gordon, but I will do it for you guys. Battle for the two-wheel drive yesterday went well and truly Gordon's way, and there was that little bit of cheekiness, wasn't there, between Gordon and Hugh. We will see next. Gordon taking 1.2 seconds out of Hugh. Say himself, he was having a big push through there. Gordon took 1.2 out of you there. What have you got?
I must try harder.
We'll give you a little sticker that says that.
Yeah.
Like a dentist.
We had a monumental moment on the first stage, but we still took 1.9 out of him. But yeah, all for Beaufort.
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be one of those ding-dong days where you both take bits here and there, and we'll see what happens at the end.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Big push required from you boys, and it looks like you've got it in you.
Yeah, good, thanks.
There we go. Hugh and Lewis. It's almost a retro band, isn't it? You can see from the rear bumper on that Mark II that monumental moment that he described through the first stage has left its mark on that C3 class Mark II Escort. Max Bradshaw, you can see, with a bit of damage to the back of that car. I'm not sure quite what's happened there. Steve Colley, Joseph Dooley, the 446 in. Didn't manage to catch him yesterday, but it's a single track road. There's no escaping us today because Sam's right in the middle of it. Steve, good to catch up. How was that?
Yeah, that was lovely. Yeah, it's bone dry and red hot, and tyres working good. I'm on Michelin for the first time today. I'm usually on Pirelli, so just made a change this morning, and they feel really good, really good. So yeah, nice.
As entertaining as ever from you guys as well.
Yeah, I'm trying. You know, obviously I'm not going to touch the R5 cars ahead. They're a whole different game, whole different league, aren't they? But we're having our own battle here. We've got Max Bradshaw behind and a couple of other Evos and stuff. So yeah, having fun.
He's got a bit of damage on the car as well. We'll find out what's gone on there.
Yeah, I've got a little bit on that front left wing. I just kissed a bridge, but it was Joe's fault. It's always the co-driver's fault, isn't it?
He kissed the bridge. Not often you can say that and get away with it. Steve Colley, Joe Dooley, a motorbike stunt rider, native here to the Isle of Man, as is this man. Some damage on the back of that car. You can see the bumper hanging off. Actually, it does look it's more cosmetic than anything else. Bit of cosmetic damage at the back there. Tell me about it, Max.
Full off. Straight over a hedge into the field, spun it around, back out. But it's still going, so I'm very lucky.
Still going, still in the fight as well?
Yeah, I hope so. Still going, so. Don't know how much time we lost there, but probably...
Was it in that stage?
Yeah, it was in that stage. So I don't know how much time we lost, but it was a big one anyway.
Oh, I've lost my signal, so I can't even tell you how much time you lost compared to him, but...
Anyway.
Right. It'll come through just as Max leaves us, won't it? Steve Simpson with a very different looking bumper. Is that Mick Harbour's bumper on the front there, I wonder? Is that Mick Harbour's bumper you've borrowed? What's gone on there?
You've noticed. We hit the wall last night in the dark.
But apart from that?
Everything's good, yeah. Lost a couple of minutes.
Apart from hitting the wall?
Yeah. I think the wall's still there and the bumper's gone.
Right, there we go. How was this morning?
Yeah, up to now, very good up to now. Yeah.
Right, we'll catch you in a bit. Steve, a man of few words, even when he's hit a wall in the dark. I'll always remember the video of the lovely Bree Deary, who was presenting when, I can't remember what the issue was, that might have been on the Isle of Man actually. And Steve just stopped midway through the sentence. And she said, "Have you finished that sentence?" You know you've been doing it a long time when you've got your favourite videos from the special stage archives. That's one of mine. And it's always in the back of my mind when I'm talking to Steve. He almost did it to me there, didn't he? Yeah, hit a wall in the dark. Stop. I am really struggling with signal coverage from our esteemed special stage Wi-Fi, so I can't actually give you any times at the minute. Maybe Wayne Goldring could just give me an update on Max Bradshaw and Steve Colley there. Fortune favours the brave through that one.
It sure does, yeah. It was a good stage.
Yeah. Any issues this morning?
Nope, so far. Hopefully it'll keep going like this.
Last night was good for you?
It was, but it's a shame we lost the last stage. It was a good stage for us.
Did you lose that as well? I wasn't sure if you just managed to get through.
We were on the start line waiting to go.
You were on the track when I thought you just managed to get in there. Damn it.
No, not quite. It's a shame.
These things happen.
Yep, sure does. We'll keep
Big
plodding on
stages today, though, to make up for it.
Yep, brilliant, good. Yeah, back to Baldwins again, so.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
John's here on the start line then, you heard him. Desperately trying to load some times up here, and I am strugglingly. Have you got your time through there?
What did we do, mate? 4:47. Oh, what? 4:47.
4:47. Okay. You gonna get on terms with these two up ahead today?
No, not at all. No, we'll just keep going, won't we?
Yeah, all right. Apologies for the no times thing. Very frustrating. But that's us, not the results for once. Right, Max Bradshaw, a 5:04 through there. Steve Collier, 4:46. So Steve doing what he said he was aiming for, keeping Max behind him despite the issues for both of them. Chris, the sticker on your door says new pads. I think you bedded them in all right there.
Yeah, it's good through there. It's quick, really quick, yeah. Really quick.
I can smell him. Neil's laughing, so he agrees. Good stage.
Yeah, great stage.
What's the plan today then?
Just to keep doing what we did yesterday. We're doing all right. So for
Explore a few places and see how you get on.
Yeah, see how we go. Yeah.
Nice and relaxed in here, guys. It's one of the biggest rallies in the world. They're just chilled. See how we get on. I think you can take that new pads sticker off the door card now, because they smelt nice. 4:39. Just sneaking inside the top 20 times so far on this stage, just ahead of Steve Colley. Just under 7 seconds faster. John Stone, Kirsty Duke up next. I haven't got a time through from them. Yeah, I have. 4:43, top 20 time from the Legends Performance polo pair. Just slotting in behind Chris for the stage time there, top 20.
What, were we near him or?
You were just behind.
Right, okay, how much?
Less than a second, I think.
Right, okay. Yeah, I've just bent the steering a little bit, so it's a bit wondering if the lads are watching.
Did you catch something?
On the first stage, yeah, it was just a big rock in the road that somebody pulled out, but it's just steering off a little bit. But other than that, it's good.
Big push today?
Trying.
And then a chippy T?
Chippy T, yeah.
John, get me to do the quick maths there. My quick maths was rubbish as well. He was actually more than a second away from Chris, wasn't he, through that stage? Just over 4, to be exact. Oh well, would have given him a boost anyway until he sees the actual time. I could see Kirsty looking at me. No, that's not right, Woodford. I was guessing a little bit, but I'm on 4G now and I seem to have times coming through, so we're all good. Oliver Davies, a 4:55.7 through here. You happy with that, Oliver?
Happy, yeah. Yeah, very happy. We went well last night, didn't we?
Yeah, last night was a good night.
Told you it'd be all right. Had a few big moments last night, but yeah, enjoyed it.
Big stages today. You'll need that bravery with you all the way.
Yeah. Looking forward to the Baldwins, see if we can put a big time in over there.
We will see you in there. Good luck.
Cheers.
Everyone looks forward to the Brandywell Cottage stage. 2 runs of the same loop today. The Baldwins finishing off both loops. And we will be with you for the second of those this afternoon. We will leave you with the live coverage of Neil Roskell while we continue with the reaction here at the stage end. So Neil Roskell going into the next stage, the Cerro Moore stage. First running of that, 8.8, nearly 8.9 miles of classic Manx roads for you. Live on board, enjoy that. Meanwhile, here's Roger Henderson. He's got a big grin on his face. You're always smiling.
You've got to enjoy your sport, haven't you?
You'll really enjoy it. I want to say thanks to Phil and Alex at PB Engineering. Car's been amazing this weekend. Really giving the confidence back to have fun in it, have real fun. Yeah.
So, what stage are you looking forward to the most today?
All of them. I like the first one today. The first leap, I thought that would be challenging, but really
quite tight and technical, isn't it?
Yeah, very Jersey-like. Perfect for Sam. Yeah. Yeah, we enjoyed that one. That was a good wake-up call. Yeah. Thank you.
For the next one.
Thank you.
Roger and Tommy are happy. Rodney White, Ashley Trimble. You happy enough in there, Rodney?
Happier with that stage. The first stage was a disaster for me because the door blew open. Obviously it was my fault. I hadn't it closed right. A couple of wee things. The clutch wasn't just operating right, and just unsettled me a bit, but felt a wee bit better in there.
Good stuff. Quite a few crews struggling with the first stage. Roger Henderson, the first man to tell me he enjoyed that first one. Enjoyed the more technical nature of it, but as he put it, very Jersey-like, so I guess that means Sam Toozle should have enjoyed it as well. We didn't catch Wayne Sisson yesterday, so we'll do our best to get him to stop today. Wayne, tough day yesterday. They are grueling stages, aren't they?
Yeah, it's hard, man, knowing it. It's what it's like, yeah. But yeah, we had a bit of a tough day last night.
I can tell you've been pushing because I can smell the car.
I think that's the rubber from last night. We had a puncture, so. Yeah. But yeah, we're having a go.
Damage limitation for you today, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. We just want to get back home now.
Good
yeah,
stuff.
enjoying it. That's the main thing.
Yeah, that is the main thing. Still a long way to go. And that Evo 10 looks splendid, despite that damage on the rear corner that you can see there from the puncture. What did Wayne do through there? You could sense a little bit of despondency. It was a quick time, actually. 21st cookies through there, 4:43.6. So Roskell is into that next stage. Meanwhile, Gary Jennings, Rory Kennedy are leading the way. Almost a minute of an advantage now, 59.6, the gap back to Sam Toozle and Max Freeman, who are absolutely loving their Manx adventure. Lots of energy inside that car. Lots of love for all the support that he's getting from back home and on the live streams as well. Jason Pritchard, Phil Clark on a charge, just a second behind Toozle. That is going to be battle royale that I've mentioned so far. And you know what? Neil Roskell, Rob Fagg, 2.7 behind them. That's after this stage. Obviously, we have got the first few crews into the next one. But what a fantastic leaderboard with close action that we've got so far. Cal McCarthy, Eric Calnan, second of our charging Irishmen in the C3 Rally 2. Just 10.5 back. Further 10.9 back to Hugh Hunter and Andy Marchbank in the Rally 2 Fiesta. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins just feeling their way in, not quite getting to gel inside the car, having put those stonking times in last night, those fastest times, first and the second fastest time through the Ballador stage. 7 seconds back in 7th place at the moment. We'll continue getting reaction from the crews. Richard, good morning. You look like you've been working hard in there.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit of a dab on. It's warming up just nicely at the moment.
Everything going to plan though so far, isn't it?
Yeah, everything's going to plan. Yeah, just having a skid round and enjoying it now. So yeah, good fun.
Fabulous conditions, brilliant roads, a glorious car. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, you don't get better roads than on the Isle of Man, and it's weather's absolutely cracking for it. We couldn't want more, could we?
Good to see you enjoying this adventure. Richard Hill, Patrick Cooper. I say this a lot, but I mean it. It is really good to see rally drivers enjoying themselves, isn't it? Gary Jennings then with another fastest stage time through the next stage, stage 13. Keep an eye on That's a 7:12.5 from him. But it does look like he's got a penalty for an early check-in. Stage 13. That's not what anyone wants to see. But remains to be seen whether A, that penalty stays on, and B, how much of an impact that has. Okay, have a look. Pritchard and Clark then, as you watch Neil Roskell and Rob Fagg on board live on that following stage. 6.1 pace, that flying Irishman out in front, the former Works driver, back here after 20 years on the Isle of Man and proving that he's lost nothing that we remember of him fondly the first time around. A last-minute entry, and one which already looked ominous to the rest of the crews and has proved to be so, hasn't it? Still a fair old way to go though today. Nearly 61 stage miles, making up the final day here at the Manx Rally. That's an event and a half in normal money, isn't it? What a rally this is. So Carol Moore live as we speak, but we're here at the end of Dog Mills with action and reaction from the second stage of the day. We'll keep that in-car live so you can ride on board with Neil Roskell and Rob Fagg through the next couple of stages in this loop. Mike, how was that?
Not as good as I'd hoped. Yeah, just a bit cautious at the front end for some reason. Didn't have a great run through Axenfell, that was really tight. So picked up towards the stage end, but need to keep pushing on.
A couple of big stages now to push on.
Which are exciting, yeah. Yeah.
Can't look at the time, but it's not coming through. Good luck.
Thank you.
Mike and Andy not entirely happy then with how those first two stages this morning have gone. But I have heard it said by wiser men than me that if you know where you are losing the time, that is half the battle. A few of our drivers seem to have a very intelligent approach and seem to know exactly where they're losing it. How was that?
You okay?
Happy?
Yeah, we was a bit slow. We lost a bit of time on the first stage, but hopefully we made it back up on that one.
Big brave stages to be making time upon though.
Yeah, definitely. Stuck.
Bradley's stuck in the car. I don't envy you guys having to take these helmets and hands devices off so quickly to talk to me.
Yeah.
There we go, that'll do, won't it? Leave it on top of your head. So what's the plan for today?
Just hopefully keep it on the road, and we're not looking forward to 14 and 18. No. Big stages, a bit rough. See how we go.
Some stages though. We're looking forward to seeing you in them if there's any consolation.
Thank you.
Bradley Carroll making up for lost time in that second stage after a bit of a rough start to the day. Not looking forward to the Baldwin stage, the Druridale Brandywell Cottage stage later on. I'm sure once he gets into it, he'll be fine. Says me. Back on it now, Nathan.
Yeah, having a bit of fun, just a bit of seat time now with it, so yeah, enjoying it.
Tell us, just explain the experience to me. What is this like to drive on these lanes?
Mental. Mental. One word, mental.
One word, mental. Love it. Nathan Bolton had the issues yesterday, just catching a rock and ripping the wheel off the front of the car, as you will have seen on our live coverage if you were tuned in yesterday morning on the first leg, meaning a big section of yellow on the times for Nathan, not exactly what he was after. So now just getting some seat time in the car, the Legend Performance team getting the car fixed. It was up on axle stands and the front end was right up in the air, giving us a very interesting look underneath a Rally 2 Fiesta yesterday in service. It's back running as it should be, all set up nicely, and as you saw, Nathan very happy with things. Max, it's a stage you know well.
Yeah, I'm a Ramsey boy, so Ramsey's only a mile down the road, so possible bit of a home advantage anyway, but just trying to keep it easy. There's a couple of people out already, so we're just maintaining today as the plan. We're not trying to push too hard because we've got
home rally, local hero. You enjoying yourself?
I'm not a local hero. I'm just a local idiot, but I am having fun.
Well, every village has its idiot, and Max, by his own admission, is Ramsey's. A lot of support though, and we've got even spectators down here at the finish taking pictures of the drivers, and there seems to be a lot of support this morning for the local drivers. Not quite as much energy around the Isle of Man as there were when I first started doing this 15 years ago for the rally, but hopefully that will come back to us. Kevin, happy?
Very, very happy now. A good clip there this morning again there, but we have a good lead there. Don't want to jeopardise anything now at the minute, but no, I'm happy with the pace there, and the heat's very, very good. Like, and it's easy tyre choice.
Yeah.
You know.
So some big stages up next.
Now the big stages now next day. I'm looking forward over the mountain. We done had once in the dark, so I'm really looking forward to doing it again.
Have you seen the video on YouTube of Mark Higgins in the Civic on Brandywell?
Unbelievable. I just talks you through the whole thing, like, you know, just going so hard. Like,
we're running it in the opposite direction, but it's still going to be pretty cool going through there.
Still pretty cool going through there, like up to the Brandywell and down the other side. Like, it's a very, very cool stage. Like,
go and do a Mark Higgins. Enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy it. Thank you.
Mark Higgins, of course, from the Isle of Man, and definitely a local hero over here. Now, let's see what we can get from this pair. Richard Clues and the most handsome man in rallying, Carl Williamson. Second most handsome man in rallying. Will you take that?
I'll take that.
How was that?
Yeah, really good actually. It's a new car, brand new car, so we started off real steady yesterday, just trying to learn a few things, and it's, even though it's a Subaru, it's a very different one to mine. There's a lot to get used to and a lot of changes that I've been making, but it felt better this morning, so I think that time's probably a bit better. So
it won't surprise Carl that I was just talking about Mark Higgins, and this is the car that Mark Higgins used, wasn't it, on Ceredigion?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I got further than him.
Well, you'd take that all day long, wouldn't you? All happy though?
Yeah, all good. Yeah.
Good stuff. Richard Clues, Carl Williamson. Happy inside that Subaru, and it is a very different Subaru to the one he's used to, but it's a smart looking thing with its Chevron Motorsport and Dirtfish Rally livery. Alan, I admire the attention to detail, getting that cover on the steering wheel as soon as you get to the end of the stage. Very, very good.
Got to be done, innit? On to the next.
On to the next. Happy?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, shame about last night. Didn't get the night wins, but
no.
It's all right.
Just make sure we've more revved up for this morning, then.
Yeah, exactly. Ready to go.
Ready to go. The car looks immaculate, and these guys look like they are ready for a big fight today. Anthony Allery, who told us last night that this is probably going to be his last rally, which is very sad to hear. But let's focus on the entertainment he's given us over the years, particularly in this championship. He's had a bit of a battle with Alan, but Alan has the edge going into the second day of the Manx Rally. I will endeavour to bring you a bit of a class rundown when we've got a bit of a break in the action. Class AH1 at the moment, Shane Gamble is leading the way there, and very comfortable it is as well in the first of our historic Mini Cooper S's. But hold that thought. Got a fair bit of damage here on the front of George Collister's car. George, what have you done to the front of the car?
First stage, fourth or fifth corner over a big jump. It's not flat. It is in a road rally car, in a road rally.
It was flat, wasn't it?
It was flat. The aftermath of it wasn't. People running off hedges. It was, yeah, lucky. It was a moment, should we say.
It was a moment. Apart from that, though.
All good.
I feel bad asking people apart from the time you crashed the car, but there we go.
Cheers, Wayne. See you later. Thank you.
George Collister in Postlethwaite. He says the corner wasn't flat. The front corner of the car says otherwise. The entry, was it Kankinen? The entry speed was fine. The corner was too tight. Something like that. It's not quite right, is it? Sean, going well today?
Yeah, a lot better now. I haven't done a rally for a while, so I was a bit slow on Friday, but enjoyed it now.
You used to weigh in yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah. So too slow to start, but enjoying it now. It's lovely out there, very fast, dry. It's a different Manx.
It is a different Manx. It was like this for us last year. Jack Corlett Looks nice and relaxed in the co-driver seat as well. It was like this for us last year. Remarkable that we should have 2 sunny, dry, holiday weather Manx rallies in consecutive years, but we'll take it. The local man. I seem to remember a big incident on the... What rally would it have been? Maybe the Chris Kelly Memorial a few years ago, where Mitsubishi just narrowly avoided a telegraph pole. We used it on our special stage intro sequence for some years after that. Let's see how Gary and Sarah are getting on. How's that gone for you this morning?
We've had a triple pirouette on the Glenroy stage. We lost about 6 or 7 minutes, had to change a tyre, and yeah, we got away.
Really, it sounds so poetic.
It was a pirouette, a triple salto. We were lucky to get away with it. Just turned into Glenroy, opened the hedge and spun around in the air, and yeah.
Has that dented the confidence a bit, or is it now go time?
It has really. There's not worth sticking my neck out now, so I'll just keep it going to the finish, hopefully.
Time to bring it home.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
see you there. A triple pirouette. Yeah, a bit of poetry from Gary Lees this morning. Love that car. Never forget the first time I saw an S2000 Skoda. Evan Brynildsen, the Norwegian WRC star, or IRC star as he was at the time, did the Cambrian in 2009. I was competing in a micro with Tim Rogers, and I drove the car to scrutineering. I followed this S2000 Skoda through. I was mesmerised, and I still am by them to this day. Here we go, Oliver. Bad news for the team, obviously, last night with Phil's crash. Is he okay?
Yeah. Philip's back last night. I picked him up at 1:30 this morning. Sammy's still in for observation, but doing all right.
But you guys going well this morning?
My brother's words this morning were, whatever you do, get through the first stage. So we're here, we're having fun. A little bit bumpy in the pass through there, though. But really
even bumpier in the ones you've got coming up.
We'll see.
Yeah, Phil Hopkins in the Evo 6 had a big crash last night. From what we could see, I mean, it was nicely parked. Talking of poetry, it was nicely parked next to a sign that said "for sale." Not sure anyone would want to buy it in the condition it's in. But pleased to report that the crew were okay, despite being a big impact. A few of those last night. Gareth Humphreys, the Mini Rally Challenge champion from last season, rolling his R53 Mini Cooper S as well in the first of the Valladolid stages. So as you've heard from some of the crews this morning, if you haven't caught up with last night's action yet, there were 2 stages cancelled at the end of the day yesterday. How's this transition from 4-wheel drive to back to two-wheel drive going? Let's say back to two-wheel drive.
Fairly hard work, but just trying it. And as I said last night, we're struggling with suspension and one thing and another, but we're just trying to get through the day, just testing really.
What name has he got on the window I haven't seen? The normal one?
Normal.
He's in serious mode. Richard Slinger, Mark Twynham, who took 10 years to tell me I'd been pronouncing his name wrong. Just at a PTRDA Awards. By the way, my name's not Twin Army or Twin Aim or whatever I was calling him, it's Twynham. So he tends to alternate the name on the window. Billy, you look like you're having fun out there.
It's very good. Nice and sunny. What else could you expect?
Good conditions to have a bit of a play as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Just keep in the middle of the road and just keep going. So.
Awesome stages coming up.
Absolutely. So, yeah.
Enjoy them.
Thank you.
I started giving you a class rundown, didn't I? Shane Gamble leading the way in AH1. Shinobu Kitani, Hiroko Kitani in the second of the historic Mini Cooper S, is the first of our Japanese crews. Second place in that class. And then Osamu Sumida Kohai Kusaka in the third Mini Cooper S, followed by Stephen Higgins, Chris Hees, who had to put an engine in the car yesterday after shakedown, and therefore we're lucky to be running at all. But we saw them last night, and he was quite chuffed with himself, and so he should have been as well, and pleased to be out and enjoying these amazing roads surrounded by minis. Dave, happy?
Yeah, not bad. Good. Yeah, it's getting warm though.
It is getting warm. I can feel that in the cars actually. But perfect conditions for a big push, dare I say?
We'll just keep as we are. Nice steady pace. Yeah, pushing.
Get one of the cars in the team home.
Yes, that's the one. Don't mention any more.
No, I won't. No commentators curse here. Class AH2, we haven't seen him yet, but we'll see him shortly. Mark Holmes, Mark Perryman in that lovely ND Civils sponsored Mark 1. Had some issues yesterday. The stub axle breaking, having to change the diff in service. All happy apart from that. Danny Carl, Phil Boyle second in that class, and the glorious Talbot Samba that's got quite a few of you guys talking. And then Ben Innes and Lilia Innes on Ben's 50th birthday weekend, enjoying their Mark 1 Escort on these lanes in third. Gordon, a nice smooth run from you so far today. You'll be open for more of that.
Yeah, just steady away. Very slippy in there in bits. There's rocks pulled out, other cars. Just tricky day to day.
Where are your battles, or are you just doing your own thing today?
No, we had a wee off last night, so the battles are done. We'll just steady away and get some miles under our belt, be fine.
Sounds sensible to me, nearly taking me out there. I suddenly realised the car was rolling backwards. Gordon Cunningham, lucky to get away with that off, and it's funny we should have that car in Works colours here, isn't it? Not sure if that is the actual ex-Works car. Was it 2005 when our rally leader Gary Jennings was here on the Manx International in the Works Mitsubishi, looking just like that one. Nice little nod to that. I hope Gary has had a little look around it in service. Class AH3 then, John Morgan, Linus Jones-Edwards in the RS 1800. The first of the two leading that class, ahead of Jeff Roberts and Ben Wild. Fair old lead as well in the class. Very kind of you to turn it off so we can hear each other, Chris. Chris, you had to rebuild one of the dog gears in service yesterday. I got a few pictures sent to me of various bits of gearbox on the floor. How well do you have to know a blooming Hewland gearbox to be able to take it out in service and put it back in?
They're actually quite simple. They're quite agricultural, actually. Same as your power hour at home. So the gear only straight cut gears. There's no synchro mesh, and they just drop out the back. And then you've got to try and put them back in.
So it makes it sound so simple, but I saw the picture of it and I thought, oh my God.
Still giving us a few bit of troubles this morning. We had it stuck in first gear this morning, but hopefully we can get there.
So you put the dodgy dog that had been reground into sixth, didn't you?
Put it on sixth, so don't use that much. Then we just dressed it up with a grinder and put it back in. Away we go.
What was this like through that stage? I bet it was scary, wasn't it?
Oh, it was good. No, it was great. Yeah, a few yumps and bumps. It was good fun. No,
a few more of those to come.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the good ones to come now.
Enjoy, guys. Okay, thank you. 10 years ago, I rebuilt this car. And it had a full refresh ahead of this season. Chris joining us back in the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. Here's Mark Holmes, who I mentioned a moment ago, leading the class at the moment, and quite convincingly as well. I'm sure you guys lock these doors to keep me out.
Old-fashioned doors that don't really work properly, do they?
So, class lead to nurse through today then?
Yeah, we're on it, yeah. Got a big lead, so just get to the finish in it.
Enjoy these stages now, can't you?
Heroics, yeah, it's fast out there.
Is that a nice place to be in, or is it easier when you've got something to fight for?
No, we've got a big lead, so we're just going to cruise around.
Seems quite happy to be cruising, does Mark? You may remember on the Hills Ford stages last year when Mark joined us in his glorious Metro 6R4. We're all hoping to see that back out as well, because there is nothing that gets rally fans quite as excited as a 6R4. Mind you, this man gives Group B rally cars a run for their money when it comes to getting excited. Martin Jones and Cleon Williams alongside. You guys having fun out there?
Yeah, all right. Getting the swing of things a bit this morning, but gearbox is about knackered, just having to hold it in third gear and one-handed in third gear, and that's not the handiest, but yeah.
I mean, I have been here when you've had a ratchet strap holding the suspension together, Martin, so you take that.
Yeah. No, I just enjoy ourselves, really, and get some more time in the car and that, you know.
These stages will suit you now? Well, it would if you had all your gears working.
Yeah, this one wasn't too bad. The one before Axenfell, absolutely perfect. But this next one here, you just a sit and duck again, just doing all the fast stuff and that, so hopefully you get up to Druidale and over down Ingerbrecht. That'll be a good stage for us as well, so yeah.
We'll be in there. We're looking forward to seeing you in the second run. Good luck, guys. Car doesn't sound overly happy, does it? Martin, 15 years ago, first one we did, 14 years ago maybe, he's always had exactly the same reaction at the stage end. Ever so measured and calm, like he's taking a walk to the shops, not chucking a car around the fastest rally roads known to man. Liam, that was good in there.
Yeah, better than the last one you just did. That was nice, mate. Yeah, yeah. But this one, yeah, this one's quite good.
What's the plan for the rest of the day now?
Just try and finish and stick with it.
Keep it on the road.
Yeah.
Is this damage already on the car? Have you done that last night?
No, rally bike had a dicker and the Land Rovers went into the back of me 2 years ago.
I didn't notice last night in the dark, but you can forgive me that, can't you? Good luck, guys.
It's well done, thanks.
Continue with the class leaderboard update for you in a moment, and we'll update you on the latest times on the overall top 10 as well as the crews near the end of this morning's loop. John, it's been a fast rally from you so far as the class positions are concerned. It's been pretty plain sailing as well.
Yeah, no stress, no problems. Just need to go faster, to be honest. Richard Hill is so fast in here. It's fair play to him.
Yeah.
So need to try and find some speed. We've got Epping in 2 weeks, so at least then it's somewhere I know.
Yeah. Great roads.
Yeah, fantastic. There's nothing. Everything's good. Organised is great. No stress, no delays. Even when there was the incidents last night, it was all handled properly and fantastic.
Good to hear. The organisers, the Manx Autosport, the Motorsport Islands leading club, will be delighted to hear that feedback from John Morgan. I mean, at the moment, leading his class AH3, as we mentioned, 47th overall, but Richard Hill leading the Historics overall. Bit of an outage on the camera we've got in the stage, so apologies for that. You're stuck with us. But this does not look good, does it? Citroen C2 that is missing its front bumper, never mind our camera. Kyle, looks a bit more dramatic than it probably is.
Don't know, felt pretty good on there. Back to the nice bumpy roads today, so nice tight and twisty. Yesterday was pretty flat out, so yeah, love it when it's up here, so yeah.
You know you've lost your bumper, don't you?
Front or rear? Front. Ah, that's all right, I'll keep it cooler.
That's what I meant.
Feel going over the top of it. I don't know where that's gone. It's probably in Glenroy still. That's probably won't come off the water splash, all good.
There we go, okay. There we go. Kyle had no idea he was missing that front bumper, did he? I could tell that as soon as I said to him, it looks more dramatic than it is. It clearly did look more dramatic than it was, because he didn't even know he'd lost it. Neil, I don't know how you managed to keep the car looking so immaculate through those stages.
I got a good service crew. I just plugged the service crew because they're brilliant this weekend.
How's your Manx adventure overall?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah, can't wait for the next one now.
Can't wait for the next one. He's still got a good proportion of this one to go. Alan Thomas alongside, nodding away. The co-driver's enjoying himself as well. You know it's going well. So Class C1 is a mirror image, of course, of our overall top 10 leaderboards to switch to Class C2. Steve Colley, Joseph Dooley, you heard him saying he really wants to just bring the car home with the lead that he's got in that class. And at the moment, it's a 30-second lead over John Tare and Robert Turton, who you heard from in the white Mitsubishi. The Scotsman saying he really wants to turn it up if he can today, but Colley just a little bit away from him up the road at the minute. Max Bradshaw, Liam Whiteley in third place in the class at the moment, but they're only 4 seconds, exactly 4 seconds back from Tare and Turton. So the fight well and truly on there. It will be interesting to see what happens. We haven't got the latest time through from Wayne Sisson in that class yet, but I'm sure he'll be mixing things up as well, despite those issues yesterday. Gordon, Montana Morrison, Charlotte McDowell lead the way in Class C3, the fast escorts and the fastest of our two-wheel drive crews here on the Manx Rally so far as well. Hugh James, Lewis Sim. Well, it was a 2-second gap for most of yesterday, but they've dropped back a little now. It's a just under 15-second advantage for Morrison up ahead. Lee Edwards, Sam Spencer, not far behind them though. About the same again, so no, a bit more actually, 20 or so seconds back. Ryan Fagan, Keegan Reeves had that puncture issue last night, having hit a rock, but we saw the dramatic images last night. Keegan will be dining on that for years to come, won't he? How was that?
That was amazing, yeah. We stalled at the hairpin, so got it back going again and carried on. So we were having a good run until then. But we go again and the car's running great now, so we'll have a good day.
And you're one of the Legend Performance crews this weekend as well. New team, good to be a part of that.
Yeah, Paul, John, they're all amazing. And they're keeping the car going well, so it's all going well now. It's just the driver needs to shape up a bit.
We'll forgive you. These are quick cars and these are quick roads.
That's it. It's my first time ever driving a car, so normally in an Escort, so it's a bit of a change, but...
Have you even driven it to the event or before the event?
I drove it 30 minutes on Wigan, but this is a little bit different, isn't it? So we'll carry on anyway.
Well, you say the Manx is different to Three Sisters, is it?
Just a little, yeah.
Ryan Fagan knows the difference between a single venue and these Manx lanes. Car looks good though, despite those issues yesterday. Keegan did a good job, straight into action out of the car, changing the wheel. Do check out the photo that I posted of him with the light silhouetting him, changing that tyre last night. It was quite a dramatic moment for the crew, but they got the car back to service. The other wheel also damaged in the incident when they hit that rock. I'm trying to remember who they told me the rock had come off. Christian and Ethan having a good weekend so far. All smooth plain sailing through there?
Yeah, we've had a bit of a mishap in that stage. I had to reverse.
No then, that's a no.
So...
What happened?
It just come very sudden to me, really. So we'll see how it goes during the day. We learn.
There we go. It's all about learning. These young drivers in these fast rally cars. Talking of young drivers in fast rally cars doing some learning. Here's one of them now. Luke Constantine. First time he'd driven his thing in the Dye last night. Right, so you got the dark stages out of the way. How did that go this morning?
Fucking hell, I couldn't have gone much faster there. No, that was a good one. I think that's my favourite, to be fair. Christ.
Pulling those gears like there were no tomorrow.
Fucking shaking, yeah. I think we must have had a good time there. Well, I hope we have, because I couldn't have gone much faster there, so yeah, good, happy.
Check Luke's time in a moment. Apologies for the language there. We are speaking to rally drivers as they arrive at the stage end, and every now and again that raw emotion comes out, and I'm sure you can forgive it because it's part of the drama, isn't it, of the moment. I think it's well documented recently, but we seem to be trying to sanitize things a little too much in other areas of the sport. We won't do that here. If you just tuned in, this is day 2. And it is the second stage of day 2 of the Manx Rally. It is the second round of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship, and we're getting reaction from our crews, as well as bringing you the cameras up and running. Producer Wayne's going to let me know when that camera's back up and running in the stage so I can update you. And we'll also have you live coverage from Neil Roskell and Rob Fagg as well, inside the stages. Can't go much quicker than that through there.
Probably. Yeah, we're going all right. Getting used to the car, and I think the time we made up on the really long stages, so if we give them a good go, we'll be all right, I think. It's close. I mean, the kid that's leading our class is just in a different planet, but it's really close between me and Luke, so...
Well, Luke had a good stage through there.
Did he? Big push. That's what everybody says. You see what the times say.
Right, okay. Alex go, Willie. Sasha Harriet. He's not buying that. I haven't got the times coming through because I've moved away a little bit from the van where the Wi-Fi signal is for us. So let me refresh and there's still nothing. Right, I'll update you on those in a minute. Jake Smith here now, looking nice and relaxed in here as you did last night.
Yeah,
Still enjoying it?
Yeah, enjoyed that. Fast one. Good.
It is a fast stage.
Weather. Good. Enjoyed it. So.
Standout moment so far on your Manx adventure?
All of it. All of it. Yeah, all of it. Good.
Randywell Cottage incoming. Jake Smith, Dave Tortoshell. Always enjoying himself inside that car, isn't he? Nice to see. It was a 4:55.3 and a 5:03.8 for Luke Constantine, Alex Kurt-Willie in that order. So Luke really was on it. Talking about people who are on it, are you on it, Harry?
No. I've had
In a word.
A lack of talent on the first stage this morning. Yeah, what less said the better. Just carried a bit optimistic into a square right that narrowed after, so done a bit of damage front left, so it's towing out a bit. So see how we get on. Just get it back to service and see if the brilliant lads at Pace can sort it out.
Good stuff. Harry and Emma, bit of a moment this morning. Front left corner damaged. You get that on the camera, Sam. Was there much damage? No. Sam's quite happy with that. Get about service and let the Pace lads sort it out. No issues to report?
Nothing yet, no, nothing yet. No, all good.
Not that I'm digging for them.
No, it's all good, yeah. Sun's out, what more do you want?
Fast stage, that.
It is fast, it's nice, I enjoyed that one. Yeah.
Good stuff. Lots of love for this dog meal stage. Ben Hardy, Darren Neal Long then, nothing to report from them. Again, I haven't got the time through. So Luke took 8 seconds, didn't he, out of Alex through that stage in the Opel Adam R2 and the Corsa Super 1600. A pair of kit cars battling it out on the Manx lanes. Second and third in class respectively. And here's Dad.
Go on, you're right.
Mark, it is fast out there.
Yeah, it is. A bit nervous on the back end at that time. I don't know why. But apart from that, it was not a bad run. So, yeah, I think the lad who was second in the class got a notional time yesterday, and I think that's been taken off now. So he was only 17 seconds behind us, so it means we have to push a bit now. So
big push on for the rest of the day then?
Yeah. We just want to manage the gap between us and them. So obviously Luke's in a different league to us, I think. I think youth is better than age. So
a hell of a time in through there.
Did he? Yeah. Good. No, good on him, as long as he keeps it on the black stuff.
What were you through there?
I'm not sure, to be honest. 5:13.
It was a 4:55 through there.
Bloody hell, that's quick. Yeah. That is quick.
I mean, Kurt-Willie, who's having a battle with him, was a 5:03, I think. So,
yeah.
You know, they're battling hard, but he's pushing.
Yeah. No, good on him.
I mean, you'll see from the interview afterwards, he was quite emotional. There was a lot of excitement in the car when he got to the end.
Oh, good.
You'll enjoy that one.
Yeah, thank you.
The FIA wouldn't.
No, probably not.
Bit of builder's language, shall we say. So we'll update you on the times. Graham Muter is not stopping to talk to us. There you go, back online with the camera in this dog mill stage. And once Neil starts the last stage in the loop, we will bring you live coverage. Just bear with us because we haven't tested the coverage through there. The idea was to run the live camera in Neil's car for the stages we were live on, but while we've got the bonded signal kit that Wayne Goldring has developed in that car, we may as well keep it running for you as much as we can, but do bear with us. So we'll probably struggle on the mountain a little bit, but as I say, that's a bonus anyway. Stephen, happy?
Yeah, that stage in there is unreal. Suits this car, fast and flowing. Yeah. The first one this morning was very, not so much.
You said the car was perfect to drive last night when I spoke to you, really well balanced.
It is unreal. Marty Toner has this car, like this car finished 4th overall here 2 years ago, like, but Marty's special. Like.
Marty is special, yeah. He's not having the best of runs this weekend.
Yeah. Car problems, you know, and then somebody rear-ended him on the road section. But no, this car through that stage is just perfect. It never missed a beat. It's just trying to commit to what the car has is my problem.
I want to go, Stephen. He's selling it to me. I want to go in that BMW 1M. As he says, I missed that actually. Yeah, it was the car that Marty took to that phenomenal overall result, wasn't it? A couple of years ago. My first time a couple of years ago back to the Isle of Man after about 10 years. And I was delighted to be here. And do you know, it is just a a highlight of the year to be able to come here and do this, and a privilege to be able to be here and tell the story and spend some time with you guys nerding out about rally cars over the weekend as well. Right, I was nerding out about the livery on this X-Works Rally 2 Fiesta yesterday, wasn't I? Chris and Lucy just finding their way into things. Slight little scrape on the door handle there, you've been trying.
That was on there before, so I'd like to own up to it, but no, it wasn't me, it was John Armstrong, I'm afraid.
Brilliant, okay, well, we'll let you have that, at least you're honest.
Yeah,
Happy?
Yeah, happy, enjoying it. Obviously, hopefully the time's come a bit better today. Yeah. That first stage was horrible this morning, really tight, really tight.
The next one though, the one you've just done, that would be nice for this car, wouldn't it?
A bit bumpy, but yeah, no, enjoyed it, yeah, good. Really good. All right.
Keep it going. Brandy well up next.
Thank you.
Well, not quite up next, but you know what I mean. Lucy Wilding. You know, Chris very honest about his current predicament, having switched from the 208 R2 that actually Lucy needed Cadwell Park in last weekend, winning the class in the Circuit Rally Championship, and having driven that Rally 2 car on the Circuit Championship is such a different beast to do a rally like this in it. And Chris very honest about it. He's getting used to it, getting the speed up. And do you know what? If we could afford to jump in a Rally 2 car, we'd all do it tomorrow, regardless of how fast we were. So fair play to him for doing that and not feeling like he has to, you know, test the living daylights out of it first before coming out and showing us what he's got. And they are enjoying the process of learning that car. You can see that, and I hope that comes across at home. A big smile on your face. The Weaver Motorsport cars are doing well, aren't they?
Yeah, really, really well. Fantastic that stage. Yeah, a lot wider. First one was a bit tight, so nice and neat, but that was fun.
Pulling the revs in there.
Yeah, so many smiles. Was brilliant. Yeah,
really. Love it. Love the energy. And how well are those Corsa kit cars from Neil Weaver's team turned out? They really are fabulous looking bits of kit, aren't they? And they're hellish reliable as well. I don't want to put a curse on them. I'll be very careful what I say after that.
How we doing?
Jake, fairly smooth night for you last night, albeit missing the last two.
Yeah, and we missed the last three on the first leg as well, but 16 minutes of rallying last night. Best 16 minutes of our lives.
Make up for it today.
Yeah, make up for it today. We've had a couple of good moments already, to be honest with you. That first stage there, 30 seconds in, the pair of us had a smile on our face. This way, that way, forwards, backwards, Irish Sea, you know. All good crack. Thanks a lot, boys.
Hang there for 2 minutes for me. There you go. Gavin Clegg asked me for some stickers earlier. He said that Wayne Goldring had promised him them. I have delivered on behalf of Wayne Goldring. Di, not your night last night, but matters out of your control, I'm pleased to say. How was it this morning, mate?
Yeah, good. Yeah, happy enough. I had a bit of an overshoot from the hairpin in there, but yeah, it's my own fault. But no, trying hard now.
You were looking forward to those road rally lanes last night as well, weren't you?
That was the thing, it's just, especially that back end of the Baldwins coming down, that I know that pretty well, and in the dark it'd have been nice to have done that and got some time back, but we'll have a big push now.
Well, look forward to seeing that from you today.
But Baldwins now, look out.
There we go, legendary road rally co-driver, navigator, sorry, nearly said the wrong thing. Did say the wrong thing. Turned rally driver. It's not the first time we've seen Di Roberts in a rally car, but we are more used, particularly lately, especially with the high-profile role alongside Neil Roskell last season, and before that, James Williams, to seeing Di in the navigator's seat, of course. I'll give you an update. We were expecting to be able to see Neil's camera in the second part of that stage that they're in now, but we'll keep you updated. You'll see it before I do. Jeff, happy? You look like you've been working hard. I said that to you yesterday as well.
Yeah, you did, yeah. No, happy. Not too bad. That first one, ooh, very tricky. But just get through it and then push on a bit on the fast open stuff.
Just because it's tight?
Yeah, you can't really want to put a foot wrong, and then there's a lot of gradients down with a bit of drops off, and when you get my age, you start looking now. Do you know what I mean?
They do say, and I'm not the fine one to talk, but they do say go fast enough that you can't actually look.
Yeah, well, that's why I like night, because I can't see what I'm going to hit. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. I like the honesty. Jeff Roberts likes it when he can't see what he could possibly hit. Maybe a slight shunt on the front end of Dave's BMW. Your pins are still down, but the bonnet's up a little bit.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's on springs just to help with the cooling a little bit there, Paul. So yeah.
Innovation on an old car. I like it.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%.
I thought you did something.
This is it. No, yeah, we're all good. Yeah, we just had a really good laugh in there. Good bit of sideways, and yeah, really enjoying it. Glad we're back out for today.
A feeling of relief after yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
What was the issue? We didn't actually cover
we
that.
had a drive shaft, broke a drive shaft in the middle of Balladool. Thankfully managed to get sorted and get back going again for the evening loops. Unfortunately lost the 2 last stages.
What was the issue earlier in the day?
Broke a drive shaft.
You were sat for ages.
Absolutely, that's where we were sat. Yeah, so the shaft went, so managed to get that sorted.
Slipped it out.
Absolutely,
Right,
yeah, limped
okay,
out.
good. We understand now. Actually, it says on your dashboard, think. Why does it say think?
Yeah, think. Yeah, we just ignore that for today.
Brilliant. I love it. You may remember Dave spent a little more time than he would have liked with us by the side of the stage in Balladool yesterday. It was the first running of the Balladool stage, though, wasn't it? Balladool was the evening. So, yeah, managed to get the car back out for the evening loop, only then to have 2 stages cancelled. But as we've said a few times, that is rallying. Michael Savino, Liam McCann then. Michael, you were enjoying yourself last night. You still got a big grin on your face.
Yeah, it's all good. It's good to be out in the sunshine. Just making lots of adjustments to the car and just, dialing it in. Bit of testing. It's good.
A few issues with the car yesterday, but the team got them sorted for you.
Oh, the team got it sorted. New gearbox. We hit some rocks earlier on in the day that were in the road. Smashed a drop link off. Did a bush in the bottom arm, but Darren from Spooks fixed it all.
Well, good luck for the next few. They're going to be fast.
Cheers, man. Good.
Michael did have a bit of an eventful day yesterday, but wasn't really interested in talking about it. Just wanted to talk about how much he was enjoying himself in that 205 GTI. And it's a great looking thing, that, with its black arch extensions and its almost Group B era works livery. Bit of radiator fluid on the floor there, but probably just from the overflow, because it did smell hot. And as we've heard from a few of our... Connor, did you watch it back to see that I was pronouncing your name right first before you told me?
Yeah, I watched it back last night, yeah.
Anyway, how's it going?
Going well, yeah. Just main thing is to finish. Just want to get home in one piece to finish first. First you must finish, so you never know what could happen. It's a very long day, so yeah. See how we get on.
Good luck, guys.
Cheers, thank you very much.
I have an update for you in just a moment, but first, this Focus is a proper piece of kit, isn't it? We said this yesterday. Just waiting for the times to pop through, but they're not doing it for me. Enjoying it still?
Yeah, it's good. I was faster, and so it was good.
Perfect for this car through there. Mind you, the tight one, you were good on the tight stuff yesterday.
Not too bad, not too bad. It's all a learning curve.
Yeah. Looking forward to Brandywell.
Yep.
Good luck, guys. Some bit of kit, that car. The dashboard is a work of art. Carbon everywhere. I don't know why I'm not getting the times through, actually. Well, Tommy's time's just not coming through for me at the minute. Oh, there we go, 5:16.2. Not bad going. You're seeing a theme appearing here, aren't you? That drivers are preferring the fast flowing stuff, which is what the Manx is known for. First stage this morning has less of that. I'm going to speak to George this time. We finally managed to catch you guys. How was yesterday?
Great. We had a good day yesterday once we got back in it.
What do you think to these roads, George?
It's great. It's fast. It's tight. Lots of different experiences today, so I'm enjoying it.
And one of my rally heroes alongside with plenty of experience in that co-driver's seat as well. George does, as we mentioned yesterday, a lot of his rallying, or most of his rallying, in Barbados, and we will see him on BCIC Rally Barbados in a couple of months' time. Well, not even that. I'll come round fast. Claire Mole alongside counts some of the biggest names in the sport as drivers she has guided to victories and championships in a works career that is, well, makes for quite a formidable CV, let's put it that way. Great to finally catch up with George and Claire, albeit very briefly at the end there. First time over here, learning these lanes, learning the car. Brilliant to have the American with us on the Manx Rally. I look at these cars and I look at these lanes and I think this must be one of the most ideal cars to pilot around it.
Perfect, yeah, it's good. It's, well, them big ones, you must struggle, mustn't they, getting through some of these twisties, but yeah.
Tell us about your morning.
But yeah, it's been all right. I don't like that Glenroy, that's really tight, that could end everything pretty quick, but this, I love this is good.
Having said what we've just said. Love it. Michael Taylor, Andrew Holmes, loving the flowing stuff of that car. Nicely suited to the fast stuff as well. Waiting for the times to drop through for him, but I can't see him just yet.
We'll make them up, shall we? Fastest, I heard.
Fastest?
Yeah, I think so. Genuine.
Happy enough?
Yeah, loving it. Just having a great time, aren't we?
Yeah, you look nice and flowing out there.
Ah, it's good, yeah. It's nice stage, just nice. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's go.
Well, loving it. The next one's a whoop, whoop, whoop as well.
Yeah, let's have that as well.
Why are my times so slow? I'm getting messages from people that have seen the times before I am. A 5:21.2. It's a good job producer Wayne's comments are not wired into our live commentary and they just come into my ear. He's having some fun at my expense. No, it's coolant fluid, Wayne. Don't worry, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. We're going to stay with you, bringing you coverage from inside this stage. A bit of live in-car if we can get it from Neil Roskell, Rob Fagg. Producer Wayne's meant to be telling me when that's on, and we'll keep bringing you reaction as well. George, we missed you on the second loop last night before you left. Happy enough?
Yeah, good. Yeah, better today. Yesterday was a bit of a write-off. Last night was good. Today's good. So fingers crossed.
Good stages. They'll suit this car today.
Brilliant. I love it up here. Yeah, it's great last year, great this year. So see how we get on.
What's your plan then? A bit of damage limitation today?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, get to the end. That is it. That's it. Literally get to the finish, and hopefully we'll see how I get on in class. So I think we're 7th in class at the minute. So try and improve on that, but not.
That's without championship crews not counted as well.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, that's overall. So yeah, there we go.
Could be a good day for championship point for George Hayway in that AE86 Corolla. Stunning cars. Okay, sorry, we're not going to be able to bring you Roskell's in-car from the final stage in the loop, but we'll do our best later on. No promises. We have a bit of a proprietary system that we have developed, or producer Wayne has developed. There's no royal we on this one. So we're just feeling our way with it, but it does rely on having enough signal to be able to bond the signals together in the back of the car and transmit those pictures to us. But I'll tell you what, we haven't expected to bring you quite as much live in-car as we have this weekend, so we're delighted with how it's gone, and the feedback's been brilliant. The only person who is not happy about the in-car from Roskell and Fagg's car is Dawn Roskell, the boss lady, because she can't watch it now, which you can just sort of understand. But we know you've loved it, so we're going to endeavour to do more of that. And just for those who have asked, and I've had a few questions on it as well, we do have a delay on the in-car, and we have the capability at all times, because we have a full-time producer in a studio who can cut the stream, so there is no risk of us showing anything that the crew wouldn't want you to see, or anything more sinister than that. So we have covered all of our bases, and we've had to prove as much to Motorsport UK and to the organisers so that they're comfortable with us doing it. It's all done properly, I'm pleased to say. Tony, how was that?
Quite good. Could do with a faster car, mind you, for these long straights.
Barry's nodding, he'd like a bit more power as well.
No, it's been
What's
good.
the plan for today?
Enjoying it. At least it's dry. Yeah. Okay, doke.
Big push today?
No, not really, no. I'm not quite happy with car, to be honest with you.
Just bring it home.
Two slight issues with it. So no confidence in it.
Well, enjoy the drive home.
Keep plugging.
Just trying to get used to that car, Tony and Barry. You'll keep plugging away.
This time, do you? I'm not that shy.
No, how was that?
I was good, yeah, a bit sketchy over the fast stuff.
Maxwell doing you proud.
What's that, sorry?
The back end hopping
Oh,
about.
yeah, well, yeah, it makes it entertaining, doesn't it? Yeah, keeps you awake.
Looking forward to the next one?
Yeah, it's nice and smooth and quick, isn't it? So.
And then the final one, the looper, hopping and skip around the mountain.
Well, yeah, that should be fun too. Another challenge.
There we go. Peter Harrison, Nigel Morris in the Peugeot 106 that started out as a road rally car. And is now a very tasty, what looks like a very nicely developed stage car. Will be a bit skippy in there though. They're famous, just like the 205s, for hopping and skipping around at the rear end. You have to hang on to them, and if you are to back off as it's hopping and skipping around, changing direction, then you're well, you're a bit of a passenger. And you risk being a victim of the famous lift-off oversteer that those cars are infamous for. But they're good fun if you can stay on top of them. I rallied a Saxo for a bit, and once it started hopping and skipping around, that was when it started to get really fun. Now, this was a car that ended on its roof yesterday, so you can see the damage on the front of the windscreen. Gareth, that was not how you wanted to end yesterday.
No, it was, yeah, a mistake by me. Car's been going well, like all of yesterday in the daylight. Just that little rock on the inside caught me, pushed us wide, up the wall on the wheels. We were on our roof. Yeah, another car behind, about 30 seconds, have to get out pretty quick.
Yeah,
so.
Di Roberts wants it.
Yeah, it was, yeah, it's a shame, but I tell you what, the guy, Ian Tunney and his boys done an awesome job getting this car ready to go, putting it all right. We've got an emergency windscreen in, some perspex from B&Q. They've done an awesome job, so car's running great again, so we're happy to be back out, and just going to enjoy it this afternoon.
Great job by the team. Good to see Gareth back out, our last year's overall mini rally champion, of course, here on the Manx this weekend. Meanwhile, the competitors competing in the mini rally challenge get ready for Anglesey tomorrow for the SMC stages. And you can follow the action from the opening round of the Mini Rally Challenge on our Protyre Circuit Rally Championship coverage tomorrow, starting from the first stage of the day, just after 9 o'clock, with Phil Bramhill and the team. In fact, Luke and Sam Leonard are going to jump on a ferry straight after we finish this stage in order to get over back to England and get over to Wales, ready for that live coverage tomorrow, leaving Wayne Goldring and myself to finish things off here on the Isle of Man. David, Grace, happy enough?
Yeah, very good. A bit fast, but yeah, good. Very fast even.
I saw Grace's post. You're enjoying your adventure here on the Manx, aren't you?
Yeah. The weather helps as well, doesn't it? It does a little bit.
Fabulous place to be piloting something like this around.
Right up. Oh, there you go, 5 minutes. Happy days. See you later.
Enjoy the next few. David and Grace Pedley. At the moment, third in the class, fairly comfortably so, in that lovely Castrol Mark II. Talk to me, David. Happy?
Yeah, happy today. Yeah. Brilliant.
And what are you looking forward to most? You know these stages well. Today, what's going to be the best stage for you?
They're all going to be nice for me. Just take your time and get through them. That's all I want to do.
Bit of Brandywell and an Escort Cosworth, yes, please.
Yeah, rough as can be, innit? Rough as can be, but never mind. We manage it. We're used to it. Yeah.
Brilliant. Dave and Janet Crane in the Escort Cosworth. Local crew know these stages well and have been piloting that car around them for many years. It's great to see. Lost you. Right up that that's Lucas Zayden, not something else. How was that?
Absolutely fantastic, yeah. Great start to the day. Cars running well, stages are fast, flowing, tight, twisty, everything. Brilliant.
You're well set up if that wasn't too scary in there.
No, it goes well. It goes well. Yeah, it's good. So
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
He's got his face on, he knows. I don't care what anyone says, they are scary stages, especially in a rear-wheel drive, high-powered car like that one of Richard Pauls and Kevin Aikins. Top 20 position looking good for them in class. C3, hotly contested class here as well, led of course by those charging escorts. You know it's a competitive class when the leading two-wheel drive contender is also leading your class. Oh, well, what to say about yesterday? Just disappointing, disastrous.
Just a bit, yeah. Could be worse, but we're still going today, so.
Yeah, well, it's good to see back out. You tried yesterday. So what was the problem?
Drive shafts twice here, so.
Right in front of our cameras both times?
Both times, yeah.
Trying too hard when you saw the cameras?
Please got some publicity, didn't I?
There is that, I suppose.
No, it's okay, but there we go. That's life, innit?
Yeah, so just today, get as much mileage in as you can, enjoy yourselves?
Yeah, enjoy it, make the most of it, and just get to the end today, hopefully.
Little consolation perhaps, but the car looks great.
Thank you.
Right, there we go. Let's see how far they can get today. Gutted for them both times. Listen to that. Boxer engine. Sounds almost Group A spec, doesn't it? We were absolutely gutted for them yesterday. Bill, it's nice to see one still in good condition.
Yeah, we're keeping it on road, just, yeah, it's going well, car's running well, and yeah, it's going all right, can't grumble.
You're perfectly suited to these stages this afternoon.
Yeah, we're good, yeah, better stages this afternoon, should be a good day.
Enjoy, guys. Look at that, just look at that. Oh. Group A is back, baby. Well, it's not quite Group A, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Arwell and Leston both times pulling up by us. And you just got a feel for them, haven't you? Tell you what, it was a good time from Gareth Humphries in that R53 Mini Cooper S, a former Mini Rally champion from last year. Mini Rally Challenge champion, I should say, of the overall series. 2.8 seconds quicker than that Subaru, albeit I suppose Arwell and Leston were probably taking things a little easier than they might have done previously. Some quick scan down the results. We'll give you an update on the leaderboard in just a moment. I was looking at it in starting order, and that was the reason for my silence there, because I'm thinking, hang on, what? Tell you what, we'll cover this in a moment, but Jason Pritchard and Phil Clark are on one heck of a push, and we could have a bit of a battle that we probably, if I'm really honest, weren't expecting by the end of today. Happy?
More than happy. Really good, that. Really enjoyed it. Perfect.
What's the plan for today? Are you watching those class positions, just getting on with it?
Just get to end. Get to the end and enjoy it.
Sensible plan, given what else we've seen this weekend, I think.
How are we doing?
Andrew, how was that?
Not the greatest. It was just struggling to get my head into it. We just had a big do on the stage before, haven't we? So yeah, it's yeah.
Tell me about the big do. You can't leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, we've pirouetted round in the road on the first stage, and that's really tight in there. So yeah, it's nigh on impossible to do it and get away with nothing.
Second rally drivers tell me they've done pirouetting today. You're all very poetic today.
Yeah. So well. Yeah, well.
Good luck for the next few. No more pirouettes.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Andrew Foster, Chloe Percival, pirouetting around. Don't get away that easy, Gary.
Yeah,
happy?
Better than yesterday.
You look happier than yesterday.
Tight and twisty is better.
This is not built for the big roads.
It's too. Let's keep pulling those gears on the big roads.
Yeah. Yeah. On to the next.
Tight and twisty in that 208 R2. Just outside the top 10 in class at the moment, Gary and Sean. And nice to see Kevin and Melanie back running here. Kevin, pleased to see you back running. I've never heard it called what did you call it? An expansion
vessel.
An expansion vessel. It's very posh.
Yes, it blew it completely in half last night at the start of Kerristal. Just one almighty bang, steam, water.
I think it was an electrical issue.
No, don't know what it was. Don't know what it was. It's a weak point, I've been told.
Is it?
So another thing to change when I get home, if I'm keeping it.
Something to watch for me as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
how was that?
That was really good. That
to be
was
back.
really good. Yeah. We had a lousy day yesterday, but yeah, really good stages. That.
Where did you find a spare expansion vessel from?
Just a quick play on Facebook, and somebody messaged to say there's one of my wife's car on the drive. Just come and get it.
I hope he told her first. Say no more. Kevin and Melanie, pleased to be back out in the rally after the expansion vessel failed. I think we call that an expansion tank where I'm from in Yorkshire. You ever heard this phrase, expansion vessel?
You're right.
Expansion vessel.
Oh God,
it's a good
yeah.
word.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely mega that stage. We've had a right good run on it. Our 4s are now 4s rather than 3s, so we've gone up a bit. We didn't get to do the 16 miler last night, but I think that makes up for it. That's a mint stage. That's my favourite up to now.
So where's your battle today?
We've been having a bit of a battle with a friend, Danny Davis, but I think he might have lost a bit of time. But we'll just see how far up the Civics we can get, if you like. Stay ahead of the Merrills boys. Yeah. There's a couple more Civics behind us. If we can beat them, we'll be happy.
Good stuff. It's a battle of the Civics out here on the Manx lanes. I hadn't quite got to the how's your rally going question. I'm sure you'll enjoy watching that interview back. What do you think to the word expansion vessel? Brilliant. Loved it. Excellent. Wayne's giving me a look. Right. Battle of the Civics out there.
Yeah, we're getting there. Steady away now.
Happy enough with progress?
Yeah, now we can see anyway today. Yeah. That makes it a bit easier.
Just tell me again how your first night stage was.
Well, yeah, it wasn't great because we didn't have any pod lights and it was like candlelight going around, so yeah, we made it.
You made it, that's the main thing. There's some classic Manx stages to look forward to today for Luke Collins. Did better than Joe Merrills, didn't he? How was your first night stage? Dark. Excellent. I've clipped that shot. I'll share that later. For those who missed it, if you're just tuning in, heading towards the back end of this 12th stage of the day, reaction from our crews as Danny Cowell and Phil Boyle pull into the finish in that glorious and surprisingly popular Samba rally. You know, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, we wouldn't have looked twice, or some of us wouldn't have looked twice at a car like that. And now it's one of the most popular cars with the fans on the live coverage. I thought they had an issue, but they were just taking their helmets off, I think. Second in the class as things stand. Danny, are you even looking at that, or are you just getting out there and driving?
Just getting out there and driving, obviously with the stage stoppages last night.
You had some issues as well, didn't you?
Yeah, we managed to fix that in service overnight, so everything seems good.
Just have a look at this dashboard. Just get the camera in there and have a look at that. Just the simplicity of this era of hot hatch. Such a cool car. Do you know, this is one of the most popular cars as far as the fans are concerned on the live coverage. I know you know that because you saw it last time, but you must like that.
Yeah, it's very different, isn't it? Yeah. You know, at the time I was thinking, should I build an Nova? No, it's too easy. Set about one of these, so yeah, love it.
It's rarer, a Talbot Samba or a Peugeot 104?
Probably a 104. Probably a 104. Same car, but the Sambas for me, yeah. LAD Motorsport in Morecambe, where I grew up. You see them dotting around all the rally cars, and I was like, I'm having one.
Brilliant, love it. Thank you for the rally car nerdery this morning, Danny Cowell. Second in the class, not looking at that though. Right, Joe, how's this one going to go? How was that?
No, it's all right. I've been told to slow down so George can catch me up.
Have you really? And are you going to listen to those team orders?
No, well, I tapped a while, so I will slow down now.
Oh, right. Okay. I suppose that's one way of slowing you down. Did you do much damage?
No, it's all right. It's driving all right.
Is it? Where did you tap it? Front corner?
Yeah, on that left-hand side, so my dad's going to bollock me.
Going to have a show just full of Joe Merrill's comments at the stage ends. He's a character, isn't he? Martin, you've had a decent rally, haven't you? It's no real issues for you.
Not really, not yet, no. We'll keep plodding along.
One of the smoothest mini adventures I've known recently.
Hopefully, yeah, just keep that way. Keep the luck with us. Get to the finish.
What's the plan? Are you looking at times and positions today?
Trying to catch a few more, see what we can do. It's good, it's fast. It really is good.
It suits these. You can really wind them up, can't you, on the fast stuff?
Yeah, yeah. And it does get the suspension right. And
what diff have you got in the black line one?
Yeah. But it's not a plated diff. We're going to put a plated in. We've gone for a torque bias, and yeah, it's doing the biz.
Good stuff. What have we got time-wise? It's not coming up. Ash, you're already top 20. Can you push a little bit closer to the top 10 in class?
I'll give it a go, like, yeah. Worth a shot, innit?
Your progress is good, though.
Yeah, no, we're getting quicker. Just getting used to the car a bit better now, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Good, enjoy.
Then, yeah. See
we're enjoying watching it. I mean, it's a fair old task, that one, but that I've given him, but, you know, everyone's got to have a bit of a plan, haven't they? A bit of ambition. Run back and just grab a sip of my drink, because it is getting hot out there. I'm going to sit on the beach in between stages today, Wayne. He's got other ideas, I can tell. I'll tell you what was really nice, actually. Last couple of years I've been here, the front of Douglas on the promenade has started, some of the buildings have started to look a bit shabby, a little bit run down. Since we last came, the investment down there is clear to see. There is lots of renovation work, lots of painting going on, and the place looks $1 million this weekend. Sorry if the first part of that observation was a bit offensive to anybody, but it just felt it, and it's great to see, because I love this place. John, that's gone. I'll wait for you to get your helmet off.
Oh.
That's gone pretty well for you. You were fast in there.
Oh, it's not bad. Not bad. Getting there. Yeah, getting used to it.
You've got a bit of a personal plan this weekend, haven't you? Just to get yourself to the pace that you're happy with.
Yeah, and finish. Zero damage. We hope. Well. Yeah, but no, it's going well. Yeah, it's going well. It's a learning curve for both of us. So,
right, good to watch. We're enjoying the process. Thank you. John Williams, Thomas Shakespeare. So yeah, I don't know if anybody else has noticed how lovely the place is looking, but it really, really does at the moment. Right. No times coming through just at the minute. How was that?
Quick, very quick. It's good though.
What's the plan for the next few? Because you're sort of in a bit of a no man's land.
Hopefully the car keeps on going at the minute is the current thing. Yeah. We're blowing fuses on the fuel pump, so.
Okay, so you're watching fuses, not positions today, Jack.
Currently, we want to finish on sort of, hopefully, because if we finish, we've got our position in the Protyre thing in class, so that's what we're aiming for.
Championship points for Jack.
Guiding.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Adam, fair? Decent out there?
Oh, mint.
Great to be in a Nova?
Yeah. Proper car.
Proper car, says Adam Burkill in the co-driver seat. Cheers, guys. It is all about the championship points. But as I say, just in a little bit of a no man's land in 5th in the class, but that's overall. The times that we're quoting you on the leaderboard are overall times for the Manx Rally, and of course without registered crews, that means that you can take a couple of positions off in most cases. All of that will be ironed out afterwards. Look out for the news stories from Paul Evans during the event. There'll no doubt be an update ahead of the final loop this evening or this afternoon. So championship positions will all be confirmed and ironed out in those. And we hope you've enjoyed the coverage from the championship this second round. Lots of updates and reports online in between the live coverage as well to keep you updated on the UK's premier sealed surface rally championship. And you can see from the level of entry, the competition on that entry list and the high profile names on it, along with how much people want to win this rally. And we'll come to that overall battle in just a moment. Just waiting for a few more times to drop through before I tell you that story. You can see just how much it means and how big a rally and how big a championship this has become. Dan, plain sailing for you this morning?
No, got a puncture on the first stage about half a mile in, so we stopped and changed that, but it's just not running right now, so just going to go and have a bit.
Anything but then?
Yeah, just going to have a bit of fun. That's all that matters.
Fair enough. I missed that completely on the times. So Jason Pritchard, Phil Clark, given that Gary Jennings and Rory Kennedy had an almost minute lead earlier, have overtaken Sam Toosell and Max Freeman, who were just about hanging on there, and they're now 22 seconds behind. I wonder if there's a story there. And they're just 43 seconds behind Jennings and Kennedy now, who have got a bit of a fight on their hands. But I dare say they had a little bit left in reserve, which we might see used now, but time will tell. Ben, not a bad 50th birthday weekend?
Yeah, very good so far. Clutch started slipping in that stage, unfortunately, so I just want to nurse it. I just want to do the Baldwins, and then I'll be happy.
Well, do them twice, because we're in the second running.
Yeah, ideally I'd like to do them twice, but I'll be happy with once.
Just rein him in, and if all else fails, use a can of Coke on the clutch, because it does work. I've done it.
We haven't got any. I'm sure I can find some.
I'll give you some Fanta Zero. Good luck, guys.
Cheers, thank you.
I'm good, but how are you?
Really good. That was it was a good stage, but very nervous on the back. I think we need to do some damper clicks. I think it's a bit nervous on the fast stuff, so wasn't very brave.
Thanks, nodding. Driver's nodding. We know it's right.
Doing a great job as ever.
Where's your fight today? What are you looking at? Are you focusing on anything or just driving your own rally?
My own rally, get to the finish. First time on Isle of Man, so yeah, just want to get round.
Good luck.
So, thank you.
Doing the right things at the moment. Well, I have got my eye on that fight up ahead, and we'll go through the rest of the times because we're all pretty close at the moment. Andy, where's your fight today?
It's against our Clwyd Vale member, Muv Owen. He's in the Avenger, 2 cars behind us. We're trading stage times all the way through. We're servicing together.
And isn't it such a cool car?
Absolutely, really good. So yeah, I think he's taken a little bit out of us on the first one, but I didn't leave a lot in that one, so we'll wait and see how he does in there.
Well, I haven't got the times yet, but I'll have a look in a second, Andy. Good luck for the next one. Come back to that overall battle, because I just want to have a look at those times there. Any times through for Andy Darlington, or have I? A 5:35.3. And we'll look and see what Muv Owen has done with Baz Green alongside in the yellow Avenger coming out shortly. A 5:35.3 then. Motor Club honours. Roger, top 10 in class, looking pretty good for you today.
All right, going well, everything good. Yvonne's on the pace, so what more can I ask for?
Is he on the pace, Yvonne, more to the point?
Absolutely, yes, yeah. Just need a bit more practice with the handbrake, that's all.
That's fine, you're in the right place to practice it. It looks a lot of fun out.
All fun. Dry, perfect weather conditions, what more do you want? And get the rubber down, here we go.
You're not the first person I've said this to, but you have seen the video of Mark Higgins on this Baldwin stage, albeit the other way around, haven't you?
Yeah, you have, definitely. Man's a hero over here, isn't he? So,
yeah, he is.
You know.
Enjoy that and enjoy emulating the hero himself in a Civic on the Brandywell Cottage stage on the Isle of Man. Now, what time have we got here from Miv? Just looking for the time. Have you got your time there?
No.
5:51, and it was a 5:35. So Andy Darlington said he's in a bit of a class battle with you.
Well, not a class battle, look, a club battle.
Sorry, I mean a motor club battle, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like it. We are and we're not, you know.
He says he didn't leave much in there, and he hasn't. He's got a stonking time through there. It's taken like 16 seconds out, I think.
Has he? Yeah. That's the joys of going around a hairpin and touching a wall and getting wedged.
Well, you are fighting a four-wheel drive Subaru in a historic Avenger, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. But I think we took some time out of him on the previous one, didn't we? So, yeah.
And how were the fish and chips last night?
Gorgeous, nice, wasn't it?
I was trying to eat healthy, and I saw you guys having your fish and chips outside. Then I thought I'm going to have to do that.
No, it was really good, fair play. Good part of it.
Enjoy the next one.
Thank you.
John, here we go. The big ones are on their way.
Yeah, good. That's
Enjoy yourself?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good stage out. Yeah.
I haven't got your time through. Where's your battle today?
Pardon?
Where's your battle today? Are you just looking at stage times, or just doing your
just
own
driving home.
Just get it home.
Get it home.
Get it home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.
Thank you. The time's dropping in just as the drivers leave me, which is frustrating. Actually. Andrew and Kim Gray, some kind of issue. Wave out the window to acknowledge that he would have liked to have stopped. '16th in the class at the moment. It's a good time through there, actually. 5:34.9. 0.4 of a second ahead of Andy Darlington, but that's not their battle today. Dan Davies, James Hood, and much more where Andrew and Kim Gray will be setting their sights. How was that?
Oh, it was a bit faster than what we were doing yesterday. We're back in the groove now.
Yep.
So we'll push on today.
What does back in the groove look like? Are you at maximum attack in this thing?
Yeah, a few sketchy bits going into some fast corners, but late on the brakes.
17th in class coming into this. What's your plan, you and Amelia? Are you going to have a big push now for the rest of the day?
We'll see. We'll see what mood we're in, but we're not competing. We're just getting to finish. Fingers crossed.
That's competing in itself. To finish first you got to finish. Keelan Beattie, Amelia Leach alongside. No time. Told you just as they drive off. 5:26.4. It's a good time. It's a good 8 seconds, 8.5 seconds faster than Andrew and Kim Gray in the class. Well, that social media will enlighten us as to what the issue was there. So Anthony Jevons and Mags Kelly were having a lot of fun in that Fiesta R2, weren't they? Just feeling their way in yesterday and just getting a feel for the car and get used to it. But this morning, a big push, enjoying the stages where he can stretch the legs of that little R2. He'll certainly get to do that, and he'll feel like he's done some work after the Baldwin's stage that will be live in this afternoon. 3 o'clock, we'll be live for the final time this weekend for the last stage of the day. But the overall leaderboard is looking very interesting indeed. Gary Jennings, Rory Kennedy still lead the way, but now going into the final loop of stages, which is a repeat of this morning, 43 seconds the gap. To remind you, it was nearly a minute ahead of Sam Tousell and Max Freeman earlier, but Jason Pritchard and Phil Clark are on a massive push. And you know what? Phil had a big smile on his face when he got to the end of that stage. I always look at the co-drivers, see what they're doing, and he looked like he was enjoying himself. And Jason said to me that they were confident and they were settled and comfortable in the Yaris, and it was starting to feel more like being at home. Bearing in mind that the 5 times that he's won here on the Isle of Man previously have been in an 05 Ford Focus World Rally car. Very different machine, very different prospect altogether. But if he takes 6, that will mean he has taken the record number of victories here on the island, and that will surely be the aim now. A whole loop of stages to go. What has Gary Jennings got in store that he hasn't been using, that he can turn up the ante and use this afternoon? That's the question. Jason Pritchard, Phil Clark, how close to the limit are they? How much more progress can they make through this afternoon? 43 seconds of progress is a tall ask, isn't it? Sam Touzle, Max Freeman dropping back 22 seconds behind in third place, but that puts them second of the championship scoring crews at this moment. Neil Roskell, Rob Fagg desperately want a podium. That is Neil's aim. He told me that this morning. 1.2 seconds behind Touzle and Freeman, and very much on the pace as we go into the final loop. But I'll tell you what, Hugh Hunter, Andy Marchbank are breathing down their necks. 3.9 back in fifth place, fourth of the championship scoring crews. Hugh and Andy again gelling in the car. Hugh describing his former long-standing co-driver Andy Marchbank, who went into many a championship battle together as an old pair of slippers, or like an old pair of slippers. He didn't quite say he was an old pair of slippers. But that top five is looking tasty for this afternoon. Bob, tell me about those two.
Still Dave.
Dave, tell me about those two.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Yeah, good run again.
Must change the name on the windows.
I know, it's on that side, because we used to be the other way around, you see. So, yeah, no, all right. Just want to keep going and keep it on the straight and narrow.
That clutch has had some work done, hasn't it?
It has, yeah, yeah, and the brakes and everything else. So, no, it's been good, yeah.
Right, Bob, Dave, enjoy the afternoon. Malton Motor Club members, I only ever see people with their helmets on, so if they if they're going to swap seats, then it's all about that. It's got a message from Kim Gray. They had to get some brake cooling into that car, into that Peugeot 205, hence why Andy and Kim had to dart off at the end of the stage, but a wave out the window from Dave. I knew there was an issue. Andy, not Dave. I'm getting my Andys, my Daves, my Robs all mixed up here. Getting delirious. 2 days on the Isle of Man and it's come to this. Thank you for the message, Kim. Please, everything's okay. Get some cooling in those brakes and we'll see you in the final stage of the day. And we reach the conclusion of the 2025 Proflex Manx Rally. 18 stages, 120, almost 120 miles. Andrew, you look happy.
I'm Phil, that's Andrew. Yeah, good, enjoying it. Good rally.
You guys need to get your stickers changed on the windows. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Yeah, I only found out last week, got to put them the other way around.
But happy enough?
Yep, good, enjoying it.
Good.
Yep.
Right, from now on, everyone is called mate. Including Shane. Right.
Thank you.
Final big push.
It's that bumpy down there. My helmet fell out of my eyes on one of the bumps, yes.
Tell me that now.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, it's fast, that was. Fast. Yeah. Yeah. Still enjoying it. Really good. Yeah. Just want to get the finish now. Yeah.
Some classic stages on the way today.
Lovely stages. I think we've lost a few good ones yesterday as well, but that's just one of those, isn't it? But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next two stages. The one over, is it Baldwin is the last one? Yeah.
We'll be in there live, so we're looking forward to seeing you through there. Michael, last minute mini adventure, but enjoying it?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Normally in that seat, but learning, and we're getting there now, I think. So.
Thank you for jumping in, because it's been great to see Shane's blue mini on these stages. Go on then, tell me about those two.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, so I sorted out teething issues from yesterday, so yeah, I'm a good bit happier. Just driver error on a couple of bits, but hey ho, is what it is. Room to improve.
We can forgive a little bit of that,
yeah,
and if you know where you've got to improve, that's the main thing.
Yeah, we just had to have fun, mate. Yeah.
Right, big stages on the way.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
We'll see what we can do. Look at that. Evo 6, almost from the outside you'd think was a road car, and then you look inside and you see how well prepped it is. A rally sleeper, shall we say. But let's you and I do a deal. If you're going to swap seats with your co-driver, change the names on the window, put some tape on it or something, like Roger Priestnall did last weekend. What did he say? Not available at this time, the sticker on the window said over Roger's name when Rob jumped in the former Works Super 1600 Satria That would be good. Just if everyone could just stick a sticker on the window saying not available at this time if they're not in the driver's seat, that would help immensely. Right, our junior mini rally champion, Jack Birch, who has driven a very mature rally this weekend, I've got to say, and kept himself out of trouble, comes through into the stop line. Well, that car sounds like it's been doing a fair bit of work, Jack. Yeah. You've driven a pretty mature rally this weekend. You've just kept to your own plan and not put a foot wrong, really, have you?
Well, that's for you to say, really. I'm just driving it on the road, doing what Mike says. Good stage that. I didn't quite get the hairpin on the bar though, so we'll have another go later.
We'll have another go. Excellent. What are you looking forward to this afternoon?
Oh, I'm looking forward to Baldwin's later on. Yeah, that nice long one.
Right, we're looking forward to seeing you in there. We'll be live for the final stage of the day. Jack Burt, Mike Jode, who guided him through his junior rally campaign and through his first championship victory as the Junior Mini Rally Challenge champion last season. Quite happy with his performance this weekend. That's for you to say, he said, as I paid him a compliment on a mature approach to the weekend. 23rd in the C3 class, and of course with the supercharger really having to punch above his weight in that supercharged R53 Mini Cooper S. Mark and Joe had a bit of an ordeal last night with Ballador, but it seems to have been pretty good since then.
We're all right, yeah, that was pretty rough through
You've
there.
been working hard in there, I can tell.
First time I broke a sweat this year. Yeah, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
So what's the plan for this afternoon? You really just damage limitation, isn't it?
Yeah, same again, we'll just keep going now. There's plenty of people dropping out. Yeah. Seeing some trailers coming in, but...
Well, you'll pick up some places this afternoon, I think.
That's the plan. First time here, so we don't want to be stupid.
I loved the social media posts with the bikers all having a look around the car on the ferry. It was a bit of a car show, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they were great guys. And them guys helped us out last night, you know, with the tracking.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they were absolutely salt of the earth, them boys.
Fabulous. So you met them on the ferry with the bikes and they came and helped in service.
And now they've invited us back to Yorkshire to their campsite.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yorkshire, I'd say.
What a sport.
Absolutely brilliant.
Lovely little story there from Mark Young. Right then. Sophie nearly got it again there. You have your answers lined up ready, Sophie. How was that?
Not too good at the hairpin, but other than that, it was all right, nice and
I've heard
flat.
that a few times. You're not the only one.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Nice, fast, flowing, bumpy stages coming up.
Quick in there, yeah, really quick.
What's the plan for today then? Just do your own thing now?
Yeah, just push a little bit more, get to the end.
It's a bit of a no man's land as far as the times either side of you are concerned.
Yeah, loads.
Enjoy.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, Grant, what have you got left for us this afternoon?
I don't know, I'm giving it all she's got at the moment, honestly. It's just keeping it steady, keeping it in between the hedges. That's all we're doing, keeping it well on with Jack.
Keeping the shiny side up.
Shiny side up. You're going to feel like you've done something today if you're giving it all it's got, though.
Yeah, no, we're going to... Baldwin's the next one, that's the one we're looking forward to.
Caramel next.
Yeah, I know, but that's the one we're looking forward to.
Baldwin's will be awesome in this, guy. He's giving it all it's got. Look out for Grant Skirch, Jack Milcrease in those next two stages of the loop, and then look out for them live on our coverage this afternoon, which comes your way at 3 o'clock. Phil Bramhill will be live, meanwhile, with the next live action from the Carlisle Stages Rally over in Kielder Forest for the Pirelli Welsh Rally Championship just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. What animal is that, Sam? Is that a dog? A duck. Okay. We're on duck watch now. We had chickens and sheep and little lambs running around earlier. It's beautiful over here. Right. Can't disappear past me, can he, when we're stood here? Oh, he can. Greg needs to head straight off. No time to stop in the Seat Ibiza. I suppose 1 out of 3 wasn't bad. We did manage to make ourselves wide in the road last night, didn't we, Sam? Some people just weren't cut out for stopping at stage ends, were they? Nothing in the Times suggesting that there's anything particularly up for Greg and Ken. Although I haven't got a time actually from this one. Not far off the top 10 in class, to be fair. Having fun?
Yes, today is very exciting and fantastic stage. I'm very too fun.
I love the energy in this car. Enjoy Brandywell in this.
Thank you.
I love that. The energy inside that car is absolutely fantastic. And we've had some fantastic shots over the years of some of our Japanese competitors at Brandywell in those little minis, and I think you're going to get the same again. Just waiting for the time to drop through. Fishinobu, it hasn't yet. No, just missing some times down at this end of the leaderboard for some reason. So no time to report for the Katanis at the moment, but they were second coming into this stage behind Shane Gamble, and to be fair, there was a fair old gap as well either side, so enjoyed themselves through there. I don't suppose that would have changed. Ryan, big push through there.
Yeah, we got well through there, yeah, real good through there, no drama, so keep going.
Keep going. Enjoy it, looking forward to the next loop.
Yeah, bigger loops now, so yeah, get into it a bit more.
Have a Werther's. Thank you very much. Will Carlisle handed me a Werther's original. Which I'm going to struggle to open with 2 fingers spare, juggling timesheets and microphones and all the rest of it. Yeah, so Shane and Michael in the first of the historic minis are the last of the times that I've got through from this 12th stage, of 5:57 from them, leading the AH1 class, the historic class that sees a gaggle of mini Cooper S's, historic Austin and Morris minis. I've got no time since then. So I can't tell you why Greg Pye and Ken Costy didn't want to stop, because there's nothing in the times to tell me there were any issues there. I can't tell you how much closer the Katanis have got to Shane in that class. But I can tell you, as you will see yourself, how much fun they are having in that little historic mini. That looked fun.
Say again?
That looked fun.
Oh, I really enjoyed it, yeah.
Yeah?
We both did. Just
What's
getting
the
back.
plan for today? You're just doing your own thing, you said to me yesterday.
Yeah, just doing my own thing, get round. That's the plan.
It's a nice production spec car, this, actually. You look at it and it's a road rally car, basically, isn't it?
It is a road rally car. It's totally standard. There's no modifications.
Just have a look in here. If we put the camera in here, Sam, you can see completely standard looking car. In fact, the ignition cutoff switch sticker is on the actual ignition key, because prior to doing stage rallies, it wouldn't have needed a cutoff switch. So great to see a road rally car out there and see you enjoying yourselves on these Manx lanes. From one extreme to the other, a road rally Clio to a former challenge spec Mark III Golf GTI. Left-hand drive at that. And Terry has been having an awful lot of fun in this car. But again, if you put the camera in here, you can see X-Challenge spec. It's a very standard-looking steering wheel and dashboard. Terry, it looks a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've had a great time. As long as you're enjoying yourself, the main thing.
What's been your favourite stage so far?
I like Glenroy.
Did you? This
Yeah.
morning?
Yeah,
First one?
yeah, I like that.
Nice, tight and twisty.
Tight and twisty. You've got to hang on to it a bit.
We look forward to seeing you through Baldwin's later in our live stage. And they got it working. How good is it to see Ian back in the Mini? Catherine Price alongside. Guys, I'm delighted you've got this far, and you've just got to get it a little bit further yet. But you went to the other side of the island this morning, Ian, to go and get some parts for it after the bottom pulley failed on you yesterday.
Bottom pulley failed on it. We went all the way to Balasala to get one, and then got back to the grandstand. There was one there already.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you've got another one if it fails again, then, haven't you?
We don't want that. We don't want that.
Tell me about the car very quickly, because you know most people, if they're going to prepare one of these cars, would do a Mini. Why a Wolseley Hornet?
Well, I had a Mini, and me and Ant crashed it and on Otterburn, and then we decided to build something different. I've always wanted to build one, so it's a bit different.
It's such a cool looking rally car, and it's captured a lot of imaginations. It did last year, and it has this year as well. I popped to see you in service this morning, but you were off getting parts, so I did a video with the car instead.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, well, we had a misfire last year on the first stage and pushed it past you. And we had a misfire on exactly the same stage again, and that's where it stopped.
Right, well, keep it going to the finish. I'm not going to jinx you, but I want to see you through Baldwins later.
Will do, hopefully.
What a fabulous looking car, and spirit of the rally. They were not going to have a retirement yet again.
Hello.
Paul, it looks a lot of fun in this class.
It is. It's bloody hard work. Give it that. Fair shout. I'm losing some weight, put it that way.
You've been bouncing around in there.
That was bouncy. Yeah, really bouncy. Yeah. I didn't realise it. You wreck it at 1 speed, then you come over in one of these things. It's all over the road.
I think Shane said his helmet nearly came off. It was that bouncy.
I'm not surprised. Ours, well, it was like, Christ, yeah. It's good fun. Good fun.
Excellent. Right, keep it going.
See you later.
Paul and Gemma Taylor, very bouncy through that last stage here. And we'll finish at Dog Mills here. We'll be getting ready for the Baldwin stage later. We're going to be down somewhere near Brandywell Cottage, which is a fabulous way to round off the weekend, isn't it? Bring you some action from down there at one of probably the most famous places in in British rallying, if not further afield. And we've been nerding out about cars, so Sam, I want you to stick your camera inside here and have a look at the dashboard in this as well. How faithful is this as a replica of the original car?
We actually had the co-driver from Simon Davison in the 80s who co-drove for me on a rally, and he says it's that close that even the clock is wrong. He said all the factory cars, the clock was always wrong because every time they turned it off, the clock stopped.
Fantastic.
That's sad, isn't it?
It's not sad. Well, it is sad, but it's sad. We like that kind of sad here on Special Stage. It's a great looking thing. How did that go for you?
Brilliant, really good, well fast.
Suit this car down to the ground because you can wind it up.
Oh, it's great, yeah. It takes a bit to get going, but once it's going, we're away.
Just doing your own thing today?
That's it. Just go for the finish.
Right, well, we'll look forward to seeing you at Brandywell.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Rob Jones, Tony Archer in the Kenneth Eriksson replica Mark II Golf GTI. That accurate that even the time on the clock on the passenger side of the dashboard is wrong, and the works cars were also wrong. I know Steve Black built the Mark III Works Golfs. Did he build those ones as well, Producer Wayne? Do you think he was involved back in the Mark II? We don't think he was, but Callum Black's dad, that is, Steve Black. Well, Steve Black in his own right, but those guys overdoing the Carlisle stages this weekend. Shame not to have them with us. Are you happy? You enjoying yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It looks great fun in there. Fantastic. Osamu Sumida, Kohai Kusaka in the second of the Japanese minis here this weekend. You know, it was the 1989 Manx historic that Shinobu first came over here and competed on. What a legacy that is. Oh, there we go. An ever so slight dent on the door there, Stephen. Was that already there?
No, that was already there. Yeah. No, that was a good stage, that. I like that. It's good for the mini. Good for the mini. Yeah.
We're hearing that it was very bouncy in the minis.
Yeah, it is, but I don't know, it just felt okay today.
Hang on to it.
Yeah, it was good.
It's fabulous to see it out.
Thank you.
We'll see you in Brandywell. We're going to be live for the last one through there. We're looking forward to that.
Brilliant. Thanks very much.
Just look at that. Centre RC40 exhaust, straight cut gearbox. And here we go. They've made it this far. Peter Pond Morgan. I did mean to ask yesterday. I presume the pond is in reference to the car.
It is really more so. Yeah, definitely.
Are you yet at pond level in the stage?
Absolutely not. No. But yeah,
he says he's getting there.
Yeah, but we enjoyed that. We've done that previous years and felt good, felt quick. Yeah, really glad to still be in it and get to the end. That's the main.
Look, may I suggest that the stage to go all Tony Pond on us is Brandywell?
You are right. You are.
Yeah.
That is the balls out one that you've got to go for. We will do. Thank you.
So in David's words, they're getting there. Few cars left. We'll continue to bring you action from the stage end when the action as long as it lasts on the stage, and then we'll be here for reaction at the stage end. But we're determined, as we always are, to get right through the entry. How was that? Well, it's smoky and hot in here.
Yeah, really hot. Yeah, it was alright that. Still learning a bit, so I've only done, I think this was the 5th stage I've done, so yeah.
These are big stages to be doing your first.
It's a lot funner than yesterday anyway. Yeah. A lot funner. Yeah.
Highlight so far?
I don't know really, just being here. It was just a bit of a dream in January, and we managed to come here. So
what is it about the Manx? I know, but tell people who are watching at home.
I don't know, it's just awesome, isn't it?
Bucket list, isn't it, really?
Yeah, bucket list one, yeah.
It is a bucket list, it is. Cheers, guys. Co-driver Harvey pointing out that it is a bucket list to be over here. We've got some damage on the front right corner, if you can pick that up on the camera there. Oh, and we've been over actually, haven't we? It looks like you've had a bit of a do.
Roly-poly, but we're all right. Still going.
What happened?
Oh, I just hit a ditch up on the bank, and on its side it went, so yeah, but she'll live to race another day.
Did it?
Not quite, just up here. Yeah, but no, good day.
Fair play, still smiling.
That's it, yeah, having fun. Yeah. Can't beat it.
It looks from the front corner like you caught something down there,
Yeah, we hit a bank just on the Asphalt as well, so good stuff.
Shame it wasn't in front of the cameras, you'd have had it for keepsakes.
Good then, yeah.
Guys, enjoy the rest of it. Fair play for continuing.
Thank you very much.
Alex Horton, Gabriel Grossu, as you heard, hit a bank, put the car almost onto its roof, onto its side at the other side of the road, and pops it back onto its wheels, and away they go. Fair bit of damage to that BMW, but most of it cosmetic. Although it's easy for me to say, I haven't got the bill to repair it afterwards, of course. But fair play, still smiling and still looking forward to the rest of the stages today, not letting it perturb them and not putting it on the trailer and going home early. There is a party at the casino tonight for the awards giving, and one of the things we miss in stage rallying these days, as we have our final car into the time control here, is the social element. Everyone disappears after the rally, the cars are on the trailer, and I suppose the miserable weather we normally have doesn't help, but the nice thing about a two-day event like the Manx, especially where everybody's a captive audience, is that we basically have to stay on the island. So it's nice to look forward to a bit of a social with everyone later. Ian, you have the privilege of being the last car on the live coverage for this morning's live stream, and we've been looking forward to seeing it all morning.
I quite like running last car, no pressure. It's great fun. We've done it in Jersey, we've done it here before with the Avenger Tiger. When we
saved the best till last.
Obviously, the best looking at least. Well,
we're talking about the car.
Yeah, it's definitely not me or him. Trust us.
Oh, Andy, did you hear that?
I know. I'm used to the abuse though.
Just very quick, because you are the last car we can afford to, just tell me about the car.
Car is two-door Avenger, just brand new built. Craig up in East Kilbride built this for us. Thing is fantastic. Full historic spec. Phil Connaught Engines built me engine. It's awesome. Car's just a toy. It's not fast. You're not going to win anything, but it bounces around like fun. As you know, Andy and I swap seats. He sits in his 2.4 Warrior Escort and now has to sit beside me, and I think he's more scared. Well, I'm more scared now. I don't know.
The attention to detail gets it for me in here. And you mentioned the Avenger Tiger. My friend Steve Johnson, who's in hospital, will be pining after that. That's one of our favourite cars.
It's an awesome thing. Again, it's in full historic spec. It's actually got some of the same rust it started with back in 1973 on it, so that makes it a little bit special.
Nice. I love that we stopped on the last car just to have a little bit of a rally car nerd session. Sam, I want you to have a quick look at this dashboard. Look at the attention to detail in here. The sweeper car's going to be like, there's a problem here. Just look at the attention to detail there. The Avenger badge on the other side of the dashboard in front of Andy. I love that so much. Guys, enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks for stopping.
Thanks, guys.
Just watch that drive off. Look at that. And because we don't normally get a chance, I was hoping we'd get to do this. Dave. Is this a Per Eklund replica colour scheme, or is it sort of a...
It's a Polar Caravans, yeah, works replica.
Is it Per Eklund who drove it?
It was... No, this was actually built as a show car for Saab GB.
Right, OK, because it's almost like the Stig colour scheme, but reversed, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. They were Polar Caravans were white, yellow and blue.
Yeah, and
That's the difference.
Stick one was obviously same colour but black.
That's right. That's correct.
Tell me about the car very briefly, because we can afford to, because we're staying. I know you've got to go.
It's 45 years old. 26 years since it was painted. Let us down once in many, many years. So it's not got a bad history, really. Just fun to drive.
I love to see it, and I know normally we can't show the sweeper cars because they're normally packed up, but the people at home will absolutely love to see this. Going around the stages and getting a smile off people. What's the reason for running competitive numbers? Is it so people don't think it's a sweeper?
That's correct, yeah, because we've had issues before with sweeper on the door, so we keep the roads closed. They just think we're last competitor.
And how long will you keep this Polar Caravans 99 Saab running on these stages?
As long as I'm here.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you for your efforts this weekend as our sweeper driver. Look at that, leather strap on the bonnet hinge. I love that we were able to do that. Well, the fight is well and truly on up ahead for the overall victory here on the Manx Rally, isn't it? Gary Jennings will not have it his own way this afternoon. He's going to have to use whatever he had in reserve. I suspect he had a little bit to keep Jason Pritchard at bay, but Sam Toozle is still on the charge, and behind him, well, Neil Roskell and Hugh Hunter are both pushing really hard. They both want podiums here, and they're both on the pace. We've got an exciting afternoon in store. Follow the results at rallies.info in the meanwhile, and we'll be back live at 3. But right now, if you switch over or just hang fire for a few minutes, you can join Phil Bramwell for action from the Carlisle Stages Rally in the Pirelli Welsh Rally Championship. What a weekend of